Yeah. That's the last one as well. But now I'll try it again, you know. Trust me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's the last one I'm trying. So yeah, but they've been asked me to sign up from like 6, 7 years ago, bro. Yeah, yeah. That's the last one as well. But now I'll try it again, you know. Where's that voice coming from? What?
It's your voice.
Yeah. I recognize that sexy Jamaican dude. I know that
Yeah,
Jamaican dude.
yeah, you recognize
That's
him, yeah?
Denton. I know him. That's Denton. Fucking hell, Denton.
That's Denton, yeah. Junior, Junior.
Oh, they can hear me now.
My Amari's son.
What is this? Stop trying to call, man. Let it go, man.
Well, ain't no one coming
Who's
over here
ringing?
now.
All right, cool.
Ain't no one coming over here. Walk off of these up.
Yeah, so where are you?
I'm in your
This is
new
the real
one.
one. This is the one that I'm screen sharing. Talk to them in the other one, see if they can hear you.
Yep. Hello. Can you not hear me? No, they can't hear me.
Can you hear them?
No, I can't hear nothing.
All right, cool. All right, come over. Last one, come over. Last one over is a batty man. We used to do that all the time, you know, on Hangouts.
Like, what is wrong with you guys today, bro?
We used to do that all the time on Hangouts.
Last one is a batty man.
Nah, Finest Wine, you're on the wrong. Hold on, have I sent it to the wrong one? No, this is. I might have sent Finest Wine to the wrong one. Because she's ringing the wrong one. Finest Wine is here. I don't know, she's ended up with some next one. Okay. Now we should be good now. So let me just come out of this one.
Mokai!
Yes, blessings, people.
I'm so confused now. Which is the proper one? This is the proper one, isn't it? Okay, use this link. Take that. Yo, you lot, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
You lot, can you hear me?
Yes, Jedi, we can hear you.
All right, sorry. I know it's been annoying. So, yeah, we're talking about jackfruit in a tin. I wasn't really feeling that, you know. One man telling me, I seen man with a big jackfruit. The jackfruit's bigger than my head. And then I'm hearing that it's tin business. I don't know. I'm not into no tin fruit, really. I think that defeats the whole purpose of a fruit, right? I've done too much.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, if you want it like that, you're gonna have to go to like your you know what I mean, your local African / Caribbean fruit and veg store and see if they got it there. You get me? It's not like a mad popular thing, but more time, like if you're gonna go shopping like on a Tesco or whatever, like more time you have to get it in a tin. It's not really like on a fruit and veg display. That's what I'm saying. You know the things set already, bro. You get me? They don't want you to have all of them things there like to hand like that. You know what I'm saying? For you to always be well and shit. Don't care about your life like that.
What's everyone's favourite veg to eat?
Yo, family,
Mine's
you lot can hear me?
broccoli,
Is one of you talking?
Oh yeah, I was chatting.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was chatting. You can't hear me.
Hi guys, you alright?
What's happening, Lemon?
Hey,
What's
Orange.
going on?
I thought it was
What's going
lemon.
on? Say that again?
I thought it was lemon.
No, I'm orange.
Nah, I'm orange.
Orange squash.
Orange squash.
Is that pressed or concentrated?
Oh, shit.
No, freshly squeezed. No concentrated here.
All right, cool. Just
What's the combo today, guys?
Just wanted to know if you're the real deal or not. You know what I
What's
mean?
your favourite?
Always the real deal.
Favorite vegetable, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I was waiting for someone to answer that still.
Yeah, mine's got to be tomato.
Tomato, yeah.
Nah, I'm not really a tomato
Technically,
fan,
it's a fruit, though, no?
Yeah, but if you want it, I don't know if fruit grows on like a tree. I would say a vegetable is a tomato can't become a tree. So technically, I wouldn't call it that. It doesn't have a woody base, but like that, you know how the bark becomes wood. That's a tree does that. A plant doesn't do. A fruit like a plant doesn't do that. So the stem would just get
Okay.
viney and stuff like that, most likely. But you could, yeah, you could give or take. I'd say, I don't know.
So they just try and argue it's a fruit because it's got seeds, though. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't classify it as a fruit because when we think of fruits commonly in the colloquial sense of it, we're talking about stuff that produced from trees mainly, or.
Okay.
But then again, you could go to the strawberries, the berries route but even the berries have woody stalks. You know what I'm saying? Tomato is the only look. Peppers have a woody stalk. You know what I'm saying? But tomato's the only one that to me just look like a vegetable, like throughout this whole growing process.
Yeah.
Is it squash a fruit? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
squash
I
is
see
like
what
a
you
tomato.
mean.
It's viney, just like that. If you don't put it in a cage, it's gonna grow everywhere. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't really say that I've got a favorite vegetable because I like so many.
Does anyone grow any vegetables other than?
I used to help my grand grow vegetables still, but like green beans, onions, potatoes, sorrel. What else does she have there?
What's that?
What sorrel?
Yeah,
Sorry, you broke up. I couldn't hear you.
Sorrel.
Yeah, what's that?
Basically, like it's kind of like a vegetable, but some people think it's like a plant. Do you know what I'm saying? More than a vegetable. But basically, when you crush it down, you can make a drink out of it. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the petals you can use as artificial coloring, like it's the red petals. You can make it like dye stuff with it. The Egyptians actually used as wine. So if you look up Egyptian wine, it was made, I think, out of sorrel. The red drink. It's like a red Christmas drink that I think they used to celebrate at that time.
That's more time when we have it, Christmas.
Yeah. And that's Egyptian. Egyptians used to do that though, like the sorrel. That's why I love this so much. I got like 1,000 seeds of that right now. Actually, I love that shit. Yeah. My grandma taught me that. So just like how you talking, my grandma gave me those seeds. Like she loves sorrel. You know, the Jamaicans always use it. So
yeah, man.
You already know how to go. Yeah.
I don't know what it is with them, you know, like, but you see the old school ones, like they always know some shit, and they don't really know like what came before it, but they just be doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the crazy shit is so much knowledge in them though, especially like the grandmas, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much they know about plants. You sit there. And they know it just off of second nature. They just like, oh, this for this, this for that. They don't even care about the name. They just know it. Like,
that's very true, man. You know. It's very true still. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Sometimes they be doing stuff here and they don't really know like where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And it's only because like the shit that they had to go through, like, you know what I mean? Like the lack of certain knowledge that what we have now, like the internet and shit. You know what I'm saying? Imagine they had the internet and they was moving how they was moving.
Yeah, some superhumans or some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe they had the internet.
Yeah, mentally. Like when they was talking to each other, I get what you're saying there. I'll definitely vouch for that. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe they had telecommunications.
So hold up, script. Yeah. We won't continue with scripture. What is the difference though between us and them? You'll say so we could like define this change in consciousness or what? What was that difference?
They're more practical than what we was because there was a time where you could do certain things. Like, don't get me wrong, we can still grow now, but we don't have as much space as we did. You know what I'm saying? So for us to like go down to an allotment or whatever, like them allotments have already been taken up by, you know, the previous generation, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just think that they're more hands-on when it comes to certain things than what we are. Do you know what I mean? And that's only because we haven't really had an opportunity to actually go out there and do what they've done. You know what I mean?
1 minute.
Yeah, I hear you on that though. Yeah, definitely. They're more, and even the men are more handymen. They're not white collar job type people. They like
Yeah.
to be physical.
Very physical. Like my dad is literally like a handyman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
And literally, like he can fix almost anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anything.
my uncle, I got an uncle. My uncle, we call him MacGyver. Give him a toothpick, an ice cube, the nigga might know how to make a laser beam. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
The motherfucker is just like, fix anything, do anything. You couldn't tell, like, game, like you say, book smart, but he'll know how to fix it. He don't need, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. That's what
He
I'm
don't
saying.
need he just look at it and he know the whole manual, the blueprint. He don't even got to read the book. He knows it by looking at it, by breaking it down. It's crazy.
That makes sense though. Still, like, that's what I'm saying.
Some asks, yeah. What do the brothers in here? How do you not feel about the mother of your child not cooking dinners for her, like your child?
That shit pisses me off. But saying that, it's like,
what would you do if you got with a woman that couldn't cook?
I wouldn't be with a woman that couldn't cook. That don't make no sense.
Wouldn't you just teach her then? Take
But
her around.
why am I gonna be with a woman that can't cook? That don't make no sense to me. It's just stupid.
But what if you really like everything about her? That's just the one thing that's not cutting it.
Trying to give me all these stipulations.
Yeah, cook.
You can't cook. You pretty look. Live a rasta man and go done man bang book.
All just aside, like, what would you do? Like, how if you found out your child's mother wasn't cooking, like, just freaking beans on toast, Iceland dinners, like.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It depends if she's even willing to learn, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, like some females are just a bit like, you know what I mean, like a bit feisty and that.
What about you meet a girl, you start kicking it with her and that, yeah, and then you like start staying over with each other and shit, and then you stay at her house and you're like, yeah, like we need to have some breakfast or whatever, and she's like, well, I'm just as hungry as you are. Why don't you go and cook it yourself?
I'd be like, yeah, I'm going home.
Oh God. What about any of the other men in here, man? I can only hear scripture talking.
Nah, you see, I don't know. I'm big on the cooking part because I know how to cook myself. So it's kind of like it's kind of weird you could cook better than your wife, your baby mother. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like almost a requirement, right? Almost to like raise a family and shit.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, but some women can't cook.
Yeah, it's true. Some women can't cook.
Can't cook. Like,
yeah, but you see, the only way to escape that is they got like a grandmother they taking care of too. She cook. Other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I'm saying it just don't make no sense, innit? Like you're there, you're kicking it with her, like you're busting joke, this, that, you're asking questions and shit. Like I would have found out that you couldn't cook from the get-go. You know what I'm saying?
So when you get to and then she's like, can't cook, that's just a write-off, but you'll just still chat to her then.
Yeah, she might just be like, she won't be like a prospect. She'll just be like a beat, innit?
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I can't see no future. You can't cook. I can cook. You get me? So that don't make no sense to me.
Well, they
You teach her how to cook.
Say again.
I said they
teach her.
Men are the best chefs.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, if she's willing to learn, then that's cool, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if she ain't, then that's gonna be a big problem. You know what I'm saying?
And the real question is, why hasn't she learned at that time since I met her?
Yeah.
Because that means she don't want to learn, actually. Because you had to see a parent, somebody, like you have to cook. Like I don't get it. Like I learned that shit. Even the money situation is cheaper. If like times is hard, you gotta learn how to cook.
Even I can cook.
I've got a friend, and how she lives her life, she basically eats out every day. Like, and even if she makes an attempt to cook, it's fucking no.
Atrocious.
The fucking words out. It's just like, what is the even it's just so bland, and it's just so like, where are we here eating? Like, who are we even eating from? You don't
A
even
lot-
want to cook.
A lot of the women that I know that can't cook are like career women where they focused all their time in their career. So they haven't really focused on that, hasn't been a priority for them as far as of yet in their life.
She's always worked, the lady I'm talking about, but she just doesn't cook. She's just not a person that cooks. And she's just literally hungry and out to eat, in the car, off you go.
Well, I think that's the difference in generation, whereas the older generation didn't have that luxury. Now, people maybe have that luxury more of being able to go out and eat.
I hear you, but the thing is crazy how she survived through university, how she survived them. You know, you had to order takeout all the time. Like when I was in university, even if you had a dorm, you got to cook. Like that's what I'm trying to say. It's hard to escape cooking unless you got money and you could buy takeout every day. Because I don't know.
Well, my next question was gonna be like, so what? Obviously, she don't have a man.
Oh no, she has a man.
Oh, she has. So they both don't mind the whole going out thing and eating.
I do think he minds because he's African, her partner.
Okay.
But it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, she's that girl, isn't it? She's that woman. Like,
yeah. Well, do you know if he can cook?
Oh, he can't cook shit.
Well, there you go, boy. It's a match made in heaven, man. Like, what the fuck?
He can't cook shit. Like, and yeah, they're always going out to eat. And when she's not with him, she goes out to eat on her own. Like her like for me, when I go round to her house, there's no food there. Like in my eyes, your house is bare of food. Like
so
there's
she don't even have a fruit bowl in that.
No, like, well, there'll be maybe fruit on the side, banana, whatever. But like, I'm talking about
proper home cooked food.
There's nothing in the fridge of substance. It's like orange.
Hold on a minute, she's got a fridge.
Like there's nothing there. There's nothing there. You know, like.
What are you saying? Like there's not even like milk and cereal. Like what are you saying?
Well, no, not even milk or cereal. Like, because she don't eat milk and cereal, so she don't buy that.
So every time you go to a house, like you either eat before or you lot are going out to eat.
Going out, or I'll cook.
Shit.
I'll cook because I don't mind eating out. But obviously, as I'm a pescatarian now, it's hard for me to eat out.
Yeah.
It's
everywhere that good fish dishes.
It's very costly. So, but before that, when I used to eat meat, I prefer to cook. I prefer, like, I could say, for instance, have 2 nights eating out, and we eat good. I eat out in proper places because when I used to eat meat, I used to only eat grilled meat and stuff when I was out. None of that. They call it fried chicken or whatever the freaking hell they call it. I don't eat that stuff. I literally would only eat grilled food that's been put on a grill. So when I was eating out, I eat good. But say, for instance, I eat out 2 nights, 3 nights of a week, which can happen in the past. I'm starving. Like, oh my God. Like, you know, my 4th day, I feel like I ain't ate for like 5 days. Like, I'm fucking starving. Like, my belly fucking hungry. No, serious. Like, I can't. I'm just not an eater out. Or like, don't get me twisted. I like to eat out, but the places I eat out are proper places. Do you understand what I mean? I ain't just quickly running out to Peri Peri. Like, you're done out here. I ain't doing that. Do you understand? So I just prefer home cooked food. Like, nothing beats that to me.
Same. Don't make no sense, man. Like, you get me? Like, I just can't. The kind of background that I come from and that, like I would prefer that she knew how to cook or she was willing to learn. You get me? Like, if she couldn't cook. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, I'm not.
But some women just don't care for cooking. It's not really part of their.
Sometimes people don't have time as well. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like I get
all the time. Oh, I don't have time. I'm a working mum. So the fuck am I? Like, you make time. What's that got to do? Like, you make time. You have to make time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, is like not every day cook. I get it. You understand what I'm saying?
No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah, I hear that. But when I hear you say, "Oh, I don't have time," how did you not have time? What was your time being taken up by? Like, what was you actually really doing? Like, you didn't, like me now. I work from home. Like, basically, most days the dinner's already done before my daughter finishes school, because unless I've been so busy with emails and stuff, what have I actually been doing? Why the food isn't ready? Do you understand? And how I was brought up, I used to get picked up by my grandparents, and the food was ready as soon as you get in the yard from school, mate. And you to take loads off, sit down and eat.
True.
Hey, every day, every single day. I remember that growing up.
True. It's definitely
so was it your grandparents mainly cooking for you then?
Yeah, well, when it was the weekdays, because my parents were working, so it's the grandparents that would cook every day. Literally, they like old Caribbean people don't really eat out. Like, I mean, like, the most they'll have of like a English meal. Well, my grandparents on a Saturday morning, maybe a sausage and chips or something, like a Saturday breakfast type nonsense. But other than that, it's like Caribbean cooked food every single day in the pot, mate. And that's it. 7 days a week, no days off.
Trust.
Like, literally.
Yeah, that's the unique thing about growing up in a Jamaican household. They cooking almost every fucking day, boy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yo.
No days off.
Yeah. And they love it. They like cooking, man. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, they actually love. You could go to my granny.
I'm talking about the men and women in Jamaica.
Yeah. You could go to like my granny and be like, "Oh, I want some fried dumplings," and she'll just get up and start cooking it. That I think that's a black people thing. Like, we celebrate with food and alcohol. Like, that's our thing. We eat. Do you understand? Like, when there's a party, all we care about is the food and the alcohol.
I think that's an ethnic thing.
Yeah.
Like, majority of ethnics will, like, when we eat, we eat.
Yeah. We eat. Like, I'm talking about, I've got an event coming up this weekend. My nieces and
Sorry. I heard Orange talking about ethnic. Orange, you told me you're white, man. What's going on? Are you white and ethnic?
What do you mean, ethnic? What do you class
Mediterranean.
ethnic? I'm Mediterranean.
Greedy, man. You're a bit greedy.
I'm Mediterranean.
Is that ethnic?
Well, yeah, ethnic. I class as like anybody that's immigrated to the country. Majority of them ethnically speaking, like you talking about, whether you're Indian, Asian, black, Mediterranean.
So anyone that's not white English.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I think that's what
white British. Okay, it's ethnic. All right, I hear you. I'm with you. But we know that the British love a drink and love a food. So what are we talking about?
Well, I was saying Caribbean people love, like.
We're talking about like home cooked food.
Yeah, like
versus eating out.
Because no disrespect to like the the ethnic people, the English people, but when they have a party, it's their spreads like sandwiches and sausage rolls and cocktail sausage. Like,
you want like proper food.
Some finger food and that.
Like, you could have been at the church service all day, and then you go that, like, they get a hall or community center or whatever, and the fucking spread's packed up of sandwiches.
Well, I'm Greek and Turkish, and food is like a big thing.
And I'm just like, what is this? Like,
what?
But that's just their
Greek
tradition.
Turkish,
That's what they know. Whereas,
I'm a mix.
Turkish food is banging still. I can't lie, man.
Of course it is.
You get a good restaurant, man. Yeah, where you're eating good. Can't lie, boy. I like getting a platter if I was to go there. Like, that was my thing.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
like,
that's what you want. But that's why I think
Like,
like a lot of
straight away
our
you
like
go to someone's
grandparents
house
live
when
to
you get home
an
cooked.
old age
Mm.
because of the kind of food that they eat. They're used to like village food where it's all like, you know, freshly cooked beans, everything's fresh.
So you know, Orange, like if your family was to have like a party in a big hall or whatever, what would you put? What would the spread? Would you be worrying about serving food, or is it just everyone come and have a party and a drink?
No, to be fair, everyone will probably make loads of food.
Oh, okay. So you'd have like a big spread on
Yeah,
of food.
there'd be loads of stuff.
Oh, wicked.
But even when we just have a birthday party and there's only a few, there's loads of food.
Loads of food.
Isn't it?
Like cultural when it comes to like events and stuff.
Yeah.
With food, not like proper English where I was saying they have just like sandwiches and just.
No,
all,
finger
like,
foods wouldn't wash with Greeks and Turks.
Yeah. It is different though, how different people are, different cultures, what their thing is like. Do you know what I mean?
But that's why I love London. So that's why I think London's quite special in the sense that there's such a mix of people. There's such a different mix. Like you can go even if you had a party and there was different ethnicities and everybody made something, it's like the food would just be banging because everyone's bought something.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it is because my cousin's got my cousin's with a, well, she's not with him out now, but her kid's dad's Filipino. And whenever like a christening or a party, it was so amazing because I'm telling you that unless you know it, like the Filipinos, they, you know, we know it as like Singapore noodles from the Chinese shop, but they have a dish called pancit, which is basically, it looks like the same thing, but it's just called pancit, and it's just got a few different flavors, and it's so nice. Like, oh my god, like. And it's so nice when they had parties, like you got all the Caribbean food and then you got all of their food and everybody's just having a great time. And it's, their food is actually quite nice. I can't lie, Filipinos. I never really indulged in it before. My cousin had this partner of hers, but it is quite nice, Filipino food.
I used to love a Chinese food, boy, but then you know what I mean. Then I saw the dog.
The rat. They tasting the rat.
Yeah,
Who
the dog and the cat.
Chopping up dogs in the back of the restaurant.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Who eats Chinese?
Nah, I don't anymore, boy.
No.
I used to though. Sweet and sour chicken.
Come on.
Some was it chicken
No
fried
one
rice?
eats
Oh god.
anymore.
No, I don't eat Chinese again, man.
Nah,
No,
I don't
I've
eat
had
that.
them
No more.
down and rap.
Their sales must have gone down hella, boy. But, you know.
These
Oh,
laws.
who's calling me? Oh,
I'm tired again, man. Cha.
They don't have a lot of. They have a lot of Chinese restaurants in UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
like over here we
everywhere.
got one every street over here. So
But we got 2 or 3 for every street you stay
okay.
there.
Cute, boy. You come London Fields, boy, you see what time it is, boy. But, no.
Trust me. Even in Tottenham, bruv. Edmonton, Enfield,
Yeah.
Hertfordshire, even down here in Essex, bruv. It's everywhere, man.
One thing with them.
anyone ever seen that about that Chinese shop in South London? And when the inspection people went over there, they had all these freaking dead bodies chopped up in the freezer already.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna have to try to find it in Croydon.
Yeah, big.
I gotta try to find it. I'm not even joking. This was about 2 years ago. Chinese shop in Croydon. They had all these dead bodies chopped up in the freezer, ready to. They were basically serving people human bodies, right? And if you saw the reviews, because I thought it was fake. I'm like, this ain't fucking real. This is fake, man. Right? And it was. I googled the restaurant and everything at the time, and reading the views, people are like, "Oh yeah, it's very cost effective." I'm thinking, you're damn right, because fucking not human. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
What the itch? Nah, man.
Yeah, it is a bit crazy, man. It does get some like. This is why you just can't eat out. And I'm not sure about like anybody else, the other cultures, but most Caribbean people, and I'm sure it's the same for the African households, they're always like my granddad and my gran, when we would eat out. Oh, well, you eating that rubbish, you're eating that people's rubbish, you don't know what you're putting there, how they're cooking it, you know, that's how they bring you up. Don't eat out, don't eat out from people, you don't know how they're preparing their meals, what they're putting in their food. Like, you are brought up like that, but being in a westernized world, you're encouraged to eat out.
Hey, hold up. I don't want to make a detour to the conversation, but Jedi, bro, you fuck up every goddamn link this whole week. You spelled please wrong this time. Damn, you spelled help with 2 P's. Now you got the fucking please with, like, bruh. I just posted that shit. I read it. I'm like, what the fuck this says?
Maybe he's dyslexic.
No, Jedi too smart, man. He's way too smart. The man like it
smart
owns a damn
people
near
can
genius.
be dyslexic, you know.
Yeah. But I seen him spell it right a couple times before. I think he just typing too fast. Yeah. Why you ruining the jokes, man? Come on, now you make me feel bad. Shit. Now you
Jedi gonna get you though in a minute. Give him a second, he gonna get you though.
She said he's dyslexic. I said he's a genius. So it's on orange.
Ooh, orange. He's gonna get you.
Say that again.
He's gonna get you in a minute.
Who?
Jedi.
Why?
Cause you called it dyslexic.
I said he might be dyslexic. What's wrong with being dyslexic? I'm dyslexic. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh wow.
Doesn't mean anything. You can still be dyslexic and be smart and achieve things.
So true.
So hold on. What is dyslexia actually from your perspective?
Do you know what? No two dyslexics are the same.
Yeah, there's all different types of dyslexia.
Some people will mix up words, and some people mix up words and letters. Some people are more severe than others. Some people are dyslexic and dyspraxic.
It's dyspraxia, isn't it?
Yeah, dyspraxic. There's different ways of saying it, but basically, yeah. And some people are just low level ability. Like, you can put people in different categories. Some people have more than one learning difficulty at a time, and it will affect them in different ways.
Dyspraxia is quite a bad one to have. Like, I just find my personal experiences of people dealing with people that have dyspraxia.
Yeah, they usually you can't really read their writing.
Yeah, and they find it hard to, like, well, I'm sure once they get to adults, but like when they're children, you know, like, they can't button their shirts and things like that. They find difficult.
Their coordination.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, but I mean,
the way it was explained to me is they see things differently. So the word that they're looking at, they interpret it and look at it differently. It's not the same as how everybody else would look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and sometimes I find with my dyslexia, I can if it's a really long word, I can mix up a few letters. But if I use that word enough, I will then learn how to spell it. But then if I don't use that word for a long period of time, I'll then sort of forget how to spell it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just people are different.
Is it me, or I haven't wrote with a pen or paper in a while?
Wow.
You're in college. How is that possible?
Laptop.
Well, I mean, you know, you're sending assignments on a laptop, you're typing, you're on your
write
phone,
notes,
touch screen.
Yeah,
but no one really writes notes religiously. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I've lost the skill to write with a pen and paper, man.
That is really unfortunate, brother, man.
No, I can do it. Like if I can write a sentence. Obviously, I can write, but I mean, as in the sense that the quality of my writing, everything, I don't think it's the same.
Well, that would easily happen because you're not writing on a daily basis, so the quality of your hand would kind of change a little bit.
Yeah, it's because everyone's using like phones and typing on the like. I can type really well on a computer, but when it comes to like writing with the pen, it's like, yikes.
Wow, that's quite scary to hear, actually.
Is anyone else like that? Or...
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know that's happening to a lot of people, but I've never heard someone actually even admit it. Because I do encourage people to write down things, like write your thoughts down, because there's that typical, you know, when you see it in your own handwriting and you read it back to yourself, you're speaking it more into existence.
Yeah, I'm kind of so Zulu. So how do you? So your professor, how does he stop you guys from cheating? So you don't have no exams with handwritten, or
well with my course, it's more like coursework stuff. So it's more like sending reports, doing assignments, coding. You know, because obviously it's a computer science course. So I'm barely writing with a pen and paper, and even before uni.
Yeah, computer science. You don't need
in college. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't need no handwriting skills. I think you got to clarify. You have a computer science degree, so you don't need handwriting. You just need to type in a computer at the end of the day. So,
but that's saying like I even like the other day, like I was just chilling and tried to draw something with a pen or pencil, and then try to write something. Like it's just weird. It just feels weird now. I can't even explain it. Like it feels like it was a long time since I wrote anything on a piece of paper. Man. It feels weird, man.
Yeah, the times are changing, man. Oh, see, Geska Africa says, I do computer science as well, and we have written exams. Yeah, I can't even imagine going to university without written exams.
You know what you're saying, Brother Zulu, is so, like, eye-opening, because myself, with my child, right, the school encourage all these, like, iPads. My daughter has one herself as well, but I, personally, I encourage reading from a book, an actual book, not off the internet, a Kindle or pad or app. And I encourage writing. You need to write. You need to, you know, they're like, I'm not saying you can't be majorly intelligent if you're using a pad or a whatever device to write on. But I do think for kids, like the way they're encouraging no pen and paper is quite ridiculous, because it's, how are these kids ever going to learn? How are you going to have best writing? How are you going to get your way through society without using a pen and paper?
I understand that. Yeah, it's like almost like it's conditioning. So like be one with technology. Like, you know, like when was the last time, like, you know, you sat there and just draw something on a piece of paper, like
paper?
You know,
that's right.
Yeah, but it's just like it's so enticing. Like when you look at like a TV screen, or when you look at something dynamic, like you know, like you said, an iPad or something like that. It's more eye catching. So you tend to go to that than pick up a paper, because with the paper you have to use your imagination, and with the book as well you have to use your imagination. It's not done for you. So in that sense, you have to put more work into it. So for lazy people would tend to just watch a film, or, you know, just watch a cartoon or something, rather than imagining it by reading a book. So it's definitely harder to.
Experiences, I find like I could write stuff in my note on my mobile, but I get more from it personally when I write it down, say on a bloody piece of paper or a sticky pad.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're actually seeing it in your own handwriting. Do you understand what I mean?
That's true. I guess the only benefit with using an iPad over paper is obviously cost of paper and you know, trees getting cut down and all that. But obviously, like, that's just a minimal, you know, advantage. But and who knows what the radiation, all this damage the technology is doing? Who knows? So it's probably better off to just stick to pen and paper.
I think especially for the younger children, college
Yeah,
students,
because
university students, you know, whatever. But college kids, young kids, I think they should be encouraged to use pen and paper, not pads.
some people sleep right next to the phone or the iPad, and that shit is just like blowing so many radiation waves and all that
Yeah.
while you're sleeping. And
I'm just
that's
gonna
why I
mute
put my phone.
guys.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
want
why
me to
when I sleep, like I put my
background.
phone. Yeah, because I put my phone far away because there was a time where I used to just fall asleep watching movies and YouTube videos, and I'd wake up and the phone is like I'm just lying on it, or it's on my head, or it's like under the pillow, and I just felt like this is so dangerous. So I put my phone far away from the bed when I'm sleeping.
Yo, every time I have my laptop next to me when I'm sleeping, it's like I wasted a night of sleep. Like my brain is fried. Like I can't remember shit. I feel like I'm irritated. There's something about them frequencies, man. I'm telling you.
Wait, do you put the laptop on your lap?
No, I want kids. Listen, I need kids. I need the kids. Are you crazy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Because I
Yeah,
found out about that as well. You know, ever since then, I never put on my lap again.
yeah. You're frying your nuts, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man. The frequencies are real. So I don't know. Hey, anybody experience that? Like having a dream while you're next to a laptop or a TV playing, and you can actually remember the dream from the next night.
Nah. Yo, what's your opinion on falling asleep while listening to audio to remember things? So, like, if you got a test and you want to remember it, you play the audio and all that. Do you think that works?
I see. I don't know. I think it does work because you're hypnotizing yourself, or like you're trying to train your subconscious mind. But it might work in practice. I don't know how well, but I think it might work because theoretically I'm thinking about it. But for me, I try to study while you're trying to sleep. I don't know if that sounds weird, but actually remember the stuff remember the questions or remember the answers to the questions that you're gonna have. Keep saying the answers over and over and over until you fall asleep.
Yeah.
This happened to me
Yeah.
until where
Mia.
all right, I'm gonna just continue. Okay, so oh yeah, oh tell her so nobody can hear the background conversation. She can hear us. I think that's her daughter or something in the background. Yeah, mute it. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah. So pretty much, I studied like, say for example, you got a computer science exam, Zulu, or you want to know the JavaScript, you want to know what arrays are, you want to know what variables are, you want to know how to make objects, how to control objects, and blah blah blah. You want to remember CSS or whatever type of Python, whatever you're using. Just try to visualize in your brain all those functions that you're typing out. Say them in your brain until you fall asleep. Trust me, it's like you will have a dream with these things involved with it. I learned this
Serious.
I learned this for soil. I did this for soil, man. It's like it was so bad. If people know me, I used to correct my teachers on certain soil exams. Like it was that I memorized shit so bad that when the teacher messes up on a question, the answer choice is not there. I remembered all the answers. Like you might is that crazy? You could do this. I could trust me, but maybe you gotta
Bro,
love
I'm
the
gonna try that
subject though.
tonight,
But
man.
yeah, just do it till you fall asleep until it's like almost a trance. Almost, it's crazy. But I use that method more than I use we talking about the repetitive hearing it while I'm sleeping, like or whatever. How they do it, the audio that targets the REM sleep stage or whatever that you were talking about.
Yeah. Does the time that you go to sleep also have to be taken into account?
Say it again.
Does the time that you go to sleep also have to be taken into account?
The time that you Yeah,
Like,
I
is
don't know,
it?
because you see, sometimes the whole thing about sleep is the nutrients you're getting. Because when I was on like vitamin supplements, one of my uncles, you know, them people who like he does that side thing, he like a side hustle or whatever. I guess you know the people who sell the vitamin supplements, like the drinks
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, I think it's called Herbalife. I took Herbalife. It cut my sleeping down to probably like 2 to 4 hours. I could literally sleep for 4 hours or 6 hours or whatever, and I feel like I slept for the full 8 hours or so. So I realize it's about the nutrients in your body. If you're deficient of nutrients, you're just gonna feel more tired. You're gonna need 8 hours of sleep versus the person who's full have all the nutrients in their body needing about 6 hours or 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so.
Because
Yeah,
there'll be
yo.
times where like I would have only like 5 hours of sleep, and I feel like normal, like I feel energetic, like I'll be normal. But then maybe your diet has to come into it, so because those are the times where I was eating less meat, and I think meat does make you more tired. Like I would just have like beans, rice, and some salad, like just nice light stuff, and then I feel like I'd be less like tired, and I'd even wake up early. Like I would sleep late and wake up early. Like it's like my body wouldn't need all that sleep. But when I eat meat, it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard to wake up early. And do you ever have that same experience? Or
Yeah, yeah. It's mine. Yeah, I don't know. Mine's sporadic, so. Uh, you know. Anybody else want to talk about this though? I don't want to give my own opinion. Like, 'cause you might have different methods.
Oh, what? What's that?
They pretty much like say for example, if you ever if you I remember you say you like DJing or you're a DJ, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So for example, like learning all the like the keys, learning the sounds, how to switch tracks or whatever. You ever
yeah.
try to do that while you were sleeping until you memorized all the different ways to DJ?
Nah, I
Okay,
can't
that
say I have.
okay,
Nah, I
yeah.
get
'Cause
what
I
you're saying.
I don't know too much about DJing, but I know it's a lot of technical shit you got to know. So
Yeah, you need to know some shit. I can't lie. But you know what? Yeah, one thing is if you got an ear for sound and you got a timing, like it's not that hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, like you just need to know the timing of a track. Do you know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. Let's say you're listening to your favorite track, right? Like you just need to know to yourself whatever track that is that you're trying to bring in needs to be around about the same tempo. Whether it goes beyond the jog wheel or lower than the jog wheel is irrelevant. As long as you've got the timing, you can DJ. But now what we've got is that we've got like a virtual thing where we can see it on the screen where the actual beat is, where the actual snare is, where the hi-hats are. You know what I'm saying? Like it shows up in different colors, so to speak. So it helps you along with the sound of your ear, but really and truly, it's your ear that needs to be trained. You get me?
mm, okay,
That's what it
okay.
is, really.
So
DJing
you
isn't
see,
really hard.
yeah. So Zulu, that actually, I'm glad Scripture said that. So I guess it's based on the field of study you're doing. So because Scripture probably would listen to audio music so he get the timing down, while
Yeah,
me, I probably would want to do the dreaming thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, right.
It depends
yeah,
on your type of field of what you're doing, really. So
Mm.
yeah,
yeah, 'Cause I like what he just said. Like you really got to know the timing. So it's really not about dreaming; it's about your ears. You got to be awake to hear that. Like
Yeah,
yeah. But that means DJing was way more soulful, man. Like you had to feel the music.
yeah. That's what DJ is really about. You gotta feel the music. You can
Yeah.
do whatever, blah blah blah, whatever. But ultimately, if you ain't got an ear, then your shit's gonna be fucked up all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got some DJs out there and they're not good. You know what I'm saying? Some people they like to use the synchronization button. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a synchronization DJ. I hate that shit. Because I come from that old school era of 1210s and shit. You know what I'm saying? You need a needle, you know what I mean? Like you need a record at the record box. I come from that era. That's how I started DJing. and you didn't have nothing visual for you to see how the beat is in time. You just had to just tell by your ear, literally. That's why it was really harder back in the day for DJs to make it. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of DJs had good ears. You know?
Yeah. I hear you. So now pretty much is just how much is your training pretty much now just how much you can read the digital stuff. You just
Nah,
follow a
like,
guideline, or you need like that ear still.
yeah, it's more like a guideline. I can already hear the music, you know what I'm saying? But as a guideline, because like the kind of stuff that I mix, or should I say music nowadays, there isn't much of a what's the word that I'm looking for? There isn't the intros ain't long nowadays. Like you see, like back in the days, like the 70s and the 80s, like you had certain tunes, like it took its time to get into the tune, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you had the little intro part of the singers, they're doing the harmonizing, da, 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 da. Yeah, and then like the actual singer will come in, and do the little intro part, and then after the intro part, that's when the actual beat kicks in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's definitely one of them kind of things. Oh fuck. Yeah, man. All them kind of art forms, like that's what it is, man. It is a bit of a deeper science still. You get me?
Yeah. Definitely. That's what I'm telling you, man. We got so many geniuses in the community, but it's like you have to see the genius. Like
yeah. You got to see the genius at work, so to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the shit though. I can't lie still. That's why I liked do you know Black Dot?
Oh man, of course, man. Urban X TV, dog. Yeah. I fuck with him, dog. Yeah.
I was fucking with him heavy at one point still, man, because he was talking about, the hertz and the
chakras
sound.
And all that shit about it, like the hip hop industry.
Yeah.
I love them old school videos. That's when it was just listen. I'm glad you brought this up, but them days, man, it's like, man, we need teachers like that again. Like, bro, breaking this real shit down. Like, man, like he was the first one I learned about the hip hop and like the chakras and how powerful these artists are.
Real spit. Spit. Exactly what it is. I can't let it still. I was quite amazed because like he's linking a certain sound to certain chakras. You get me?
Yep. And it makes sense. It makes sense though. It really makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah, it's the vibration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. G. Because you could put on certain beats and it's just like that. Like the drill beats is only for that vibration. You got the slow songs that make you want to express your emotions, your heart is only for that vibration. The jazz. Then you got the shit that just make you want to dance.
Yeah,
you really see it. Then you really got them uplifting ones where people just trying to waken their third eye, their consciousness. It's like all these type of beats could trigger the human body to tap into its frequencies.
Yeah, that's why I think music is such a powerful tool.
Yeah.
Because it does have the ability to heal. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, you're right. It does. It has the ability to heal, and it's got the ability to kill too.
Yeah, but that's why I think that they put certain things in music videos and they put certain lyrics in certain music.
Orange.
Yeah.
I got the Journal of Medicine. I get some sent to me every month. They publish an article and a story about that. How music is helping dementia people remember, increase their memory. So I'm gonna give you that source so you can put it in your book. Make a little story about some shit like that. That's actual science now they're doing.
Yeah, I was watching something on dementia. It was this old black guy, and he was completely. He didn't respond to anything. He didn't really move. He just used to sit in his chair. And then they come and they put a radio next to him and they played him music from his era. And as soon as the music came on, he was singing along to the lyrics. He was happy. And as soon as they switched it off, he just went completely back to an almost vegetated state.
Shit.
Yeah. And even with my own experience, like one of my grandmother has dementia herself, and we put the radio on for her, and as soon as we put it on, she remembers all the lyrics, she's singing along, she's happy, you know. So it definitely has the power to do
Man,
amazing things.
I seen that with my grandpa firsthand, man. I remember I seen it what music and dancing did for him. Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It's like the older you get, you remember certain parts of your life where you're the most carefree, and music, it seems like, is always that trigger for them to like remember those moments, man. I seen the work of my grandpa, man. It's like amazing. It's the same guy, carefree, loving. Yo, music is powerful, man. Trust me. Yeah, and he had dementia also, so I like I said, I seen it work with him. But yeah, they're even doing it right now. Actually, they're doing community gardens. I know my area doing that. Miami Gardens. They're like having they have a community garden, but then they're making an elderly home or shelter there right next to it, because they're going to increase another platform. Now we have music, but people don't even understand you could tap into like triggering like dementia with plants and nature also. They're working like you have elderly kids. I mean ADHD kids, when they like touch plants, when they touch the soil, it helps them focus. They did this with another school, Miami-Dade College, does this with a shelter they have. It's like a nursing home they got tied up with, where they grow food on their greenhouse and they ship it off to a nursing home. But you can see the interaction when people actually touch stuff that's green from nature. It's like it's a weird experience, man.
Yeah, it's like they say. Do they call it grounding, when they say you should walk on the ground barefoot?
Yeah, the electricity to ground yourself. Yeah, just like how you set up electric poles. You know, or do electricity. You need to ground electricity, so the current can flow through. Yeah. So.
Do you want me to do that? Sorry, 1 minute.
Because I was thinking to myself, like, what? Do you want me to do that? What? Take your shoes off and go outside?
Zulu.
I'm kind of busy right now, bro.
Okay.
Bro.
What is it?
No, I just want to hear your opinion, but you good?
No, I can speak. Yeah.
No, you said you're busy, man. Don't switch up now.
I'm gaming in it, so I didn't.
Oh, okay. You're not busy. So. Yeah, you're not busy then.
I'm not busy, if you know what I mean. Not too bad. Yeah, what did you want to ask?
I think everyone's trying to get their cook on and that still, man. Like, you know, like picking up all this stuff. You get me? So it seems like. It seems like. I ain't gonna lie, I cooked my dinner yesterday still.
So soil.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about Bobby Hemmett, and he was saying something to do with a guy called Panic.
Yeah, Brother Panic. Yeah.
What
That was his last student. Panic got knowledge. I like Panic first and foremost. He's just a man. I don't know if he getting caught up in the celebrity stuff, because you know he's close to B.O.B. now, so him and B.O.B. are like everywhere. But it's like you can see subtle changes. I don't know if he's with a celebrity now because the celebrity picked up on his knowledge, but yeah. But
okay.
He's okay. Like, be real with you, he's very logical, but it's just he doesn't have that Bobby Hemmett. I don't know. I don't explain it. That's a unique person right there. But I think he was Bobby Hemmett's last student. So.
Well, this person was telling me something that this guy Panic was saying, or something and I was a bit like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
And what are you talking about?
It was. Do you know what it was? It was something. It was quite not disturbing, but a bit like, oh, I don't know. Like, I think that's a bit too much. But he was just talking about something to do with sexual fluids.
Yeah,
and that
Bobby
you should
Hemmett.
have you should have sex with a woman when she's on her period.
That's Bobby Hemmett. As I said, do not listen to nothing Bobby Hemmett say about health. That man was a freak and a glutton, but damn, he had some gems. No, the man who literally went far. Yeah, I know Bobby Hemmett is all about that shit. He's a freak, man. But you gotta love him for that shit. He's just real about it. The man, he said, eat a dime on the period, have sex with her on the period. He even said the first piss of the morning, put in your eyes, clear up your eyes. He said some weird shit, man.
Yeah,
but,
see that I was a bit like, oh, that's a bit too much.
Yeah. But like, just go. Like I said, go with the occult knowledge and like some of the history. Bypass all the health shit and the other things because.
And he uses a lot of mythology, like so a lot of things he interprets. He uses a lot of mythology in that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, where do you draw the line between mythology and scripture?
The whole thing about Bobby Hemmett you have to really get is that he wants to truly make you realize all is in the mind and the mind is all. Whatever you believe, that's your reality.
Yeah.
You ever heard got to the point where he said he could cure himself by drinking Pepsi? Like some there's a video he said he could cure himself any disease by drinking Pepsi. I don't even agree with the shit. He's just saying you gotta be so confident in your mind that you could do it and it will happen. You know what I'm saying?
I do believe your body responds to what your mind tells it to.
Yeah, so basically, like this was one thing, like you know about affirmations, yeah.
Yo, patience right there. That shit was funny. The just I'm reading the comment that Bobby Hemmett said some shit like that. That shit was funny as hell. That man is a fool. Sorry.
We know about affirmations though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like we know like scientific study shows that water can be corrupted or it can have a healing aspect to it. You know what I'm saying? So if you speak good to the water, then the water's and you freeze the water, then the water's crystals is gonna be
I've seen this. I've heard this.
Yeah, so basically it's just the same thing. It's basically what it is. It's alchemy. Like we all naturally have alchemy and we don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're literally a flowing current ourselves, innit? You know what I'm saying? So if something's bad for you, you telling it to do good for yourself it would be a good affirmation, even though you know what you're gonna eat is bad. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like to the capability of actually like healing you, but certain time, depending on what it is, it could. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what it is, man. Literally, like we're alchemists. And we don't realize how much power that we have just with the words that come out of our mouth, because we just think that we're just talking, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even the things that you think.
Yeah.
Even if you don't say it, even if you think it to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it could damage you, or it could yeah. Very true. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. But somebody else might have a different output, but they might say, yeah, Coca-Cola just fuck, you're done.
you guys ever heard of epigenetics, right?
No.
Post-traumatic slave syndrome. Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. Epigenetics, there's a guy named Dr. Lipton. He created epigenetics. He coined the term where your environment affects your genes, and it can be...
Yeah, that it can alter your DNA.
Yeah. So he created a term, and he says your mind creates if you can also cure diseases or if you get affected by diseases. This is the same guy who created that, figured out that this is what it is. Your mind, once you tell yourself your conscience that you're going to get cancer or whatever, most likely you're going to get cancer. You can watch, he did an interview on London Real. London Real interviews the most successful people all over the world, no matter what, the black, white. You don't got to be monetary successful. He talking about like spiritually successful, anything like that. He interviewed Dr. Lipton. Yeah, Bruce Lipton. There we go, patience. I love you. Bruce Lipton. Check him out and he will open your minds. He even proves consciousness is not local to the body. This experiments he did when he was younger. If you ever heard of post-traumatic slave syndrome or ever heard of epigenetics, this is the guy who pretty much coined that term. So look it up.
What's his name again? Bruce
Lipton. Yeah, Bruce Lipton. He's quite popular on YouTube now, I guess, for the people who are into consciousness and the mind is all, because people took his scientific, some of his research, and now like making videos out of it, like the mind is like, you know what I'm trying, you know how the new age people do it. But check him out though.
Yeah, I heard of that name before still, man, but like I've got so much stuff in my head, like sometimes it's a bit difficult, like to like put things to things that you've heard about, or people that you know, or the names that you've heard. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but
Definitely.
scripture, everything you said is he said it. So that's what I'm saying. You didn't even really know about him too much, but you innately knew it. You know what I'm trying to say? You knew it through your like your spirit, your soul, or whatever. That's what it's like. That's the mystery to me of it. Like you don't got to hear something, but you innately kind of feel it.
Yeah.
Because they even talk about this for a monkey, if he learns how to use
the monkey effect.
Yeah. That explain it for them, Orange, please.
So that basically, if a monkey learns how to do something, and then he teaches his local community of monkeys how to do it, that other monkeys in different locations that don't have a connection with them automatically then know how to do it. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. It's like some consciousness field they have where if you learn something, the other they could be far away, like she was stating. It's weird. It's something I want to know about.
Because remember,
you can't help this, guys.
One.
Remember the movie Planet of the Apes? That's what they were doing. Like he taught them how to understand him, even though he wasn't talking. He wasn't talking ape. Because remember, he learned how to talk, and that's what he was doing. And then even the other ones that didn't understood him.
Yeah.
I have another consciousness thing.
But I do think we do share a consciousness. I think sometimes we know how to do things, or we do understand it without even knowing that we understand it and know how to do it.
Yeah. But I was going to give an example, but I don't even want to compare it right now. But please tell me if I'm off a little bit. Isn't it the same like how babies just grasp at, like if you put a finger in their hand, they just grasp at it? Well, that's not the same. You would say.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I get what you're saying though, still, because like the baby doesn't really quote unquote know anything. But saying that, like they've by this time they've kind of, I don't know, they've kind of just got a natural instinct to certain things.
Yeah, it's like they have different stages. You have like the phallic, the oral stage, the phallic stage. So oral stage for a child is everything goes in the mouth. You know, like there's a time when babies grow up, everything that they pick up goes in their mouth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just the way that they're learning about the outside world.
So you guys, so basically this innate, the physical innate ability for the child to do that is different from the consciousness that these monkeys display or people display. So ultimately I'm saying is that consciousness field separate from the human body? Or is there some cloud out there?
I would say they probably it separates, but then I would say maybe comes back together. No, as you get older, because as a child, are you capable of that conscious awareness with that physical awareness as you are when you are an adult?
Yeah, I hear you.
That makes sense. Brother Sniper in the building.
I got something.
Yes, brother Sniper.
What's going on? Everyone good?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Yeah, I'm just here listening, man.
Say nothing, my brother.
Yeah, but I'm here.
So yeah, as you, who was gonna say something? I think it was Orange. I think.
No, Joy. I think John. My bad. John was gonna say something.
A couple of things that are kind of cool that connect with this. One thing is an experiment that they made that I heard about that has to do with group and how it can be. But thinking about the consciousness going on is another thing. But this group thought deal has to do with monkey experiments. 5 monkeys. They have 5 monkeys in a room, and they have a ladder, and on the top of the ladder they got some food.
I saw this.
You heard about that?
Yeah, keep going though.
So what they do is they spray the monkeys with water and they beat them down. They're not supposed to go up and get that food on the ladder. They don't do it. Then they take one monkey out and put a new monkey in that is, and they stop spraying and then they put, and as soon as that little monkey comes up there and starts to go for the food, the other monkeys bash him out and make him, they teach him not to go up there, the group thought. And he doesn't go up there. Then they take another monkey out. Then there's like 3 originals and another new one. And as soon as that new one goes up there and tries to go for the food, 1 new that learned it, and the 3 others, they, bash him and keep him from going up there. They keep on doing this until eventually, of course, they take another monkey out. There's only 2 of the originals that were sprayed. None of them have been sprayed. It goes on and on until you have, 5 new monkeys in there that have never been sprayed, and they beat any motherfucker that tries to go up there. And it has to do with how group dynamics work. People react without understanding anything. But as far as that other thing goes, give me a minute here, and I'll try and get to that other thing, because it was really cool as far as consciousness goes, and the guy, the one monkey teaching the other monkeys, and they all get that, and I understand there's an energy there, but I can't remember the other thing that I was going to say. Over. I'm done. Sorry.
John, Dark Light Trill in the chat room said it's hive consciousness. Is that the term you're talking about?
I'll write that down. Hype consciousness?
Hive, like beehive, hive consciousness.
Yeah.
Like, the hive mind, but he said hive consciousness.
Yeah.
I'm just asking if that's the term you're talking about.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that term is. But as far as, the bees and their ability to communicate in the hive, it's there is, that's what I was going to say. Who was it? Orange was talking about, the baby's doing this and that. Yeah, we have genetical instincts, and the first and most important thing about our being is to belong to a group. And when we start out in the first 6-8 weeks, we can't see anything. Then we identify with our eyes. Have finally, some animals take a long time, but to grow. But we then can see something, and we identify the mother and the father. In Germany, they call it Fremdeln. That means if someone that is a foreigner, Fremd is foreign. Fremdeln is a noun or a verb referring to children that at 2 or 3 years old, or 1.5 years, whenever they see a face that is not their mother or father, they start crying, they start screaming. It is so inbreeded in our being to belong to the mother and the father. That's so strong. And as far as that goes, as far as group, as far as that thing goes, we also understand. A cow on the field. We have 10,000 herd of cow. We have a mother and a baby calf. The baby calf is crying. That mother and that baby will fight each other. Penguins, the same thing. Animals, the same thing. We have that inbred into ourselves to belong. And that has been abused by what I call PSAC, purposeful, sick, attentive, conscious awareness. They've understood that if we can, dictate what a group needs to be belonged to, and they are then in that group thought, then, we can control them by having sleepers in there and all this other stuff, snow plows and this stuff. But I didn't get to that point. Now I'll shut up before I lose myself even further, that I wanted to think about a minute about what Orange was saying.
Man, I can tell you're a deep thinker, man. Shit.
I know, like, no disrespect to you, but I swear when you talk, I feel like I'm listening to LBC.
What's LBC? What's LBC? What's LBC? What's that? What is that?
It's a radio station in the UK, and they like it has loads of. It don't really play music much, if you get what I mean. It's more the host talking about real life debates that's actually currently going on right now in the UK, and people call up, and it's like a live platform where the host of the station is talking to people that call up, and like his voice, you could just get so distracted and do something else, because it's just like, you really got to tap in. It's like watching, you know, when you're watching like a serious film, like you got to be zoned in, because if you ain't, you miss one thing, you've missed it. Like, oh gosh, I'm not even joking. It's sick, man. Just to make it out, I just want to lighten it up a bit, yeah, because I'm like gonna go to sleep in a minute. I just read this article. Has anybody read the newspaper today, or news, or?
You know what? I was gonna go out and get a paper today still, and I said, you know what, fuck that.
Don't you read it online?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Read that this lady says she prefers when she has a date with a guy to have sex on the first night, and she thinks it has a lot of benefits to it.
So what? She don't see the guy after the first night?
No, she might do, but what she's saying is she has intercourse on the first night because she believes it has a lot of benefits.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to see how, but
because she says
she probably wants to test the goods before she buys.
Oh gosh,
yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
That's a good one.
Kind of, but I mean, that's the whole thing that as far as sexuality goes and stuff like that. When you get into the mental thing, and where you're driven by the drive to find or to be close to that other, you know, whatever you do it one time, you do it 10 times, you 50, you know, you're still with that person. It's like my last wife. I'm talking to her and I'm saying, you know, or whatever, you know, what's the difference between us right now, this moment in time, now, and 20 minutes later, 10 minutes later, or an hour, or whatever, that we talk with one another and we do or do not have intercourse or something. What's the difference between us doing that and then at half an hour not having done that? The point is, after you've done that, half an hour later, you're still with that person, which you may or may not have any mental connect with, and you're going to be not bored, but you know, disappointed and you know, frustrated because you're trying. That's the whole point of sexuality, as I've understood it. It's a long-term type of thing psychologically to eventually, in my mind, get to the great beyond God. Why is there life? Why is there society? Why is there everything? And what that other person can understand about what life and society is, everything, it either can coincide or not. If the two people that are doing this, they think, oh, I like, you know, pink Cadillacs and the Blues Brothers and this and that, and that's the only thing they think about, and find someone, then they can have, let's say, great sex or whatever, but and enjoy it for the rest of their lives. But as soon as another person is starting to think outside of that box, they're going to get bored with that other person. And so, you know, whether the goods are good or whatever, it's the psychological, it's the mental, it's the thing that means anything, because you want to be with that person afterwards and have, let's say, experience that giving of yourself, and want to know that it can go on, that it can be something. But in life, as you've gone on, eventually you get to the point that, you know, that was just the attraction to start thinking about why it is I have an attraction, and having children, and what is God, what is the great beyond, what is the universe, all that stuff. Done, shutting up.
You know the crazy thing.
You have just entered the Twilight Zone.
Ah!
If I was on Jedi show still. If I was on Jedi show, I didn't realize I was on the Twilight Zone.
She says
Mad thing.
that she says that it's finding out whether the potential person wants to date her or just get lucky. That's why she does it. I don't see
Don't mind getting her leg over just to see if the guy wants to stay with her or not.
Yeah, so this is actually what she says. I don't see anything wrong with always sleeping with men on the first date. In fact, there are benefits. If a guy is only interested in having sex with you, regardless on whether you do that on the first date or 10 dates later, they're going to disappear.
Man,
What?
All right, you're talking to 9-year-olds, 15, 20-year-olds. Okay.
Well, no, she's actually 28 years old.
Ooh, she's an old woman. Okay.
You don't look 28 though. You look like.
What? I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. But what ethnicity is she?
Pardon me?
What ethnicity is she? It doesn't make a difference. But
she's like maybe. She's definitely like an Eastern European type looking lady.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not English. She's got like an olive skin.
Okay.
She's from Derbyshire.
Chinese women are good.
I mean, I don't know.
She said she finds it very effective.
I mean, I don't know, man. I get what
I wonder what
saying.
her longest relationship is.
No, I think she like.
And then she
just-
I got an answer for you.
She goes to say this. I suitably.
Hey sis, I got an answer for you.
Interested by my body
What she's
language.
talking about?
Say that again, brother Sniper.
I said I got obvious truth. She's just talking an obvious truth. Like when women get older, they're more forthright and they know what they want. So there is more opportunity that in certain situations it will be sex on the first date or the first time of meeting, because women are like that, as in older women. So her at 28, I think she's just a bit snitching, dry snitching on older women.
No, I don't necessarily agree with that. Not every older woman's going to want to just sleep with a man on the first date.
No, I'm saying I don't mean sleep with a man on the first. I think that the attitude changes. You see, it's not a case of I'm a young woman now and we're gonna do the dating thing and blah blah blah. I know what I want. I'm an independent woman. I work for myself or whatever. I can go and grab a man. Oh, this might seem intimidating to some man. Yeah, this is the things I hear. So look into the concert. Make sure. So you know what it is, bro. I covered all bases.
You know the men on the panel, yeah? What is your preference? Like, could your woman be a babe station girl? Like, what's your preference of a woman, her daily
Babe
dog?
station? What the hell? Drop that. Help me out. Yeah. What preference of a woman? What are you saying?
Well, because there was a guy on another platform and said his wife could be a whore, like a stripper.
Alas.
Yeah. Man ain't really trying to do that, man. Man, I got decorum. Man is bougie as well. Man is like think they're quality as well. You know, we don't just think we're nothing and women are to be held on a pedestal. Like man, rate manself still. So
what about if you found a woman like those transgenders that trick you and don't let you know, and you've got this lady, and in the beginning you're not living in each other's houses together. She lives where she lives, you live where you live, and all the while she's either like a babe station girl or escort girl or that type of woman. Like, what would you do a year down?
When I find out.
Yeah, you find out a year and a half down the line, this is her way of income.
Yeah, I'm walking away still.
I think it's more the deceit. It's the deceit. Don't lie about it.
I'll be honest with her. Yeah, I'll be honest with her, and I'll just say, "Boy, I'm gone."
Yeah, but she shouldn't be lying either.
Yeah, that was a deep lie. Like, if it's gone that long, and I had to find out
You went down to the
Well,
club and you saw
for nothing.
you ordered an escort yourself, and
I don't like surprises.
Because I heard a crazy story. Some guy ordered an escort, and when the girl turned up, it was his fucking Ross Clark daughter.
What?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't do that. There's a lot of preconceptions that that they think that us males do that we don't do. A lot of us don't go strip clubs. A lot of us, like
a lot of men. There is I know most of the men I know, they're not into that.
Like, I'm not in it, but my brother is, for example. It was his thing. I was like, right, why'd you go strip club? And he's like, yeah, it's just right, innit? I was like, Bravs, I don't understand. And maybe I don't believe in throwing away money for something I can get at home for free. Well, not for free, but yeah, I'll pay less. Yeah.
But that typical scenario.
So yeah, I was about to say you pay for everything.
He's one of those men into that stuff. So he orders an escort for the night. Because I know younger, like guys in my generation in their 30s, that they their day job isn't like it's like on the roads kind of thing. And they order escort girls and stuff like that. And the simple being is because he's like, my lifestyle's so busy. I'm so busy. Obviously, I want to have sex, but I don't want the girl calling me the next day. Like, she'll come, stay for 8 hours or so, and then she goes off about her business, and that's it. If I order her again, I do. If I don't, I don't. And that was that. And no one's bothering me. No one's calling me. And he's happy with that. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's different for everybody, but that's what I was saying. What would you do as a male? You've ordered up this girl, and when the woman turns up, it's your freaking woman. It's your girl. It's your wifey.
Wait.
Well, I'll tell the truth. I'm gonna have sex with her, pay her.
God.
And that's it, man.
Man, you are, boy.
Yeah, there has to be an element of spite. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously it's going to be a shock to me. I'm going to keep calm. I'm just going to treat her like
keep calm.
Treat her like an escort. Yeah.
Able to keep calm.
Yeah. I'm a wicked individual, innit? I'm not like short-tempered in that. So obviously people are not short-tempered are usually spiteful.
If you're ordering her and you have a girl and you've ordered a prostitute and she's turned up and it's your girl, then you're just as bad because you're attached to that girl.
What I'm saying is, this is like all hypothetical. So what I'm saying is, wouldn't you think, shit, my woman's just turned up. I got this fucking other bitch on the way. Let me cancel it. Do you know what I mean? How would you? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Is that what you mean?
Think your wife's coming to see you unannounced, like uninvited?
No, don't think don't happen. You better announce yourself. Get me? There's no turning up at my yard just random. No.
Oh,
we don't have that.
Babes, I wanted to surprise you, man.
Nah. Forget all that. I don't like surprises. I'm African.
Shit.
Surprise what?
That's a lie. Like, announce yourself so I can prepare. Like,
to be fair, I'm a bit like that.
Come to you. Yeah, you want me to come to you unannounced. Like, let's not start setting a precedence.
Yeah.
You get me? That you ain't gonna be comfortable with either. Get me? A turn up and you ain't done up, your hair's all out and thing, and you just don't feel right. You get what I'm saying? Because I want to surprise you. You're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, it's true. I kind of agree with that. I like when if somebody comes round, I always tell them, text me before you're coming. Let me know when you're coming. Because I want to know when you're coming.
Exactly.
Well, let me know when you're on the way too. I like to know when you're on the way.
Yeah.
I can tidy my bedroom.
Yeah, but there are people that interpret that as being shady. I don't personally think it's shady. It's just that you want to know.
They think, why can't I just turn up unannounced? Like, well, why
that's called stalking. That's called stalking in this day and age. Like, yeah, hi. No.
When my door knocks, right, I'm not expecting no visitors. I don't even move off the chair.
Yeah, I ain't answering no door.
I don't even move. I just leave it there. And my daughter's like, Mum, the door. And I'm like, yeah, and I ain't expecting no one coming knocking my house.
Listen, I've heard people have big conversation right outside my front door. They not knowing that I'm in my yard.
No.
Yeah, big conversation outside my front door, you know. Like I'm looking at them through the peephole and that.
Oh my god.
But just bear that in mind though. No surprises, yeah. No surprises. No surprises. We ain't doing no surprises over here. Announce yourself.
Yeah, it is.
Make yourself be known.
No. You're trying to scare man out here. But I don't know if you got a girl. I don't know why you be ordering an escort.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
so
be surprised. Some men, she might be busy doing like not be able to see him that night. He
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
weak
she could be
ass
a
man,
nurse.
then.
She could be a nurse. You know what I mean? Working some unsociable
Yeah,
hours.
but still, then don't be with her.
Yeah.
You
There
know what I
are
mean? That's weak.
men out there though.
Everyone wants a night nurse. Come on. Night nurse. Can't quit this first.
Night nurse.
Yeah. You want her to come home in her uniform still. She might be tired. Tired.
Well, you would not want to take your wife in that stinky hospital uniform, man. She needs to wash that first.
I know. It might have meningitis on it and all them type of stuff. Fumigated at the door. You know what I mean?
Just to have a wash first, man.
Special machine, yeah, just blow. Defumigate, then go upstairs, strip everything, burn it, set fire to it, and then start again. Fresh uniform tomorrow. Yeah.
Quarantine the thing, boy.
Hmm?
So you might have to quarantine the thing, boy.
Yeah. It's true, you know. Start bringing unnecessary rashes and all sorts in the yard.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of gonna be the same for your primary school teacher, unless they're giving them some super jabs like 15, 16 jabs
Piss off,
to
man.
block some of these germs that these kids are carrying. Oh, is your kid? It's other kids, isn't it?
I'm telling you.
Backstage.
Uh-oh.
Do you think kids that are a bit overweight is child abuse?
Not in this day and age now. Probably comfort eating and a lot of other stuff, factors. Because kids ain't out like we used to be. You know what I'm saying? There's not much for them to do. Everything's based around a computer, laptop, tablet. Shit, you don't have to move. Everything you can order, Uber, Just Eats. You don't have to move. You don't have to move no more. So these kids are going to be obese, man.
Isn't it down to a parent? Come on, you know if your child. Oh shoot! Sorry, guys. You know, like, isn't it a parent's duty? Like, you can see if your child's getting a bit, belly's getting.
I think it can be classed as child abuse if you're constantly feeding your child and your child's not being active. Yeah, if you're constantly feeding your child, and what are you feeding your child? If you're feeding them crap, and you're not encouraging them to be active, that's unhealthy for them to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
But hold on, let's be real, man.
What about
how many of the sisters? Hold on. How many of the black sisters are active? Like go gym constantly, take the kids for a jog and all that.
I go swimming.
That's a myth.
I go swimming once a week with my kid. I swim for an hour while she's having a swimming lesson.
No, that's nice. Because that does all the muscles still.
Instead of just sitting there doing nothing or going home and coming.
Yeah, a lot of them don't do nothing though. Majority ain't doing nothing. Just nails and stuff, and that's exterior still. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just happy with what God naturally gave them.
What do you mean? God can naturally give you a good body if you work at it.
That's what I'm saying. If you work at it, and I'm saying a lot of sisters have naturally good bodies, so they don't feel that they have to work on it.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different. If you're eating and you're getting to a stage where you're getting
that's real.
You're getting unhealthy. Yeah, then that's different. Then you need to put in work. Yeah. Whereas if you're just naturally, like me personally, I have a fast metabolism. I can eat anything. Okay. I do not gain weight. Okay. But I still go and work out because there's still benefits to being active.
Yeah.
People can be unhealthy too.
Mm-hmm.
If your parents are not that, where's your example? I mean, like,
no, but this is why I'm saying, brother. That's why I said for the kids.
We're talking about child abuse, isn't it? We're talking about calling it child abuse.
Yeah, if your child is extremely overweight,
right,
and you are feeding your child constantly, yeah, and they're not moving from their chair and they're not being active, they're not going for a walk or they're not doing things, that child's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. They're going to become obese. They're going to have heart disease. I personally do think that is borderline child abuse.
I do think it's borderline child abuse because as a parent, yeah, you can see your child's getting bigger right in front of your eyes. You can see it. You can see that. It's just like if your child's clothes are too small, you can see that right in front of your 2 eyes. Do you understand? So it's you as a parent to get up, and especially in this day and age, the kids are so mean and horrible, right? I swear to God, you know, kids these days, they're so disgusting. The type of things I hear, your child's going to be getting bullied at school because of their weight, yeah? And you're just fucking sat on your ass doing fuck all because you're a lazy cunt.
Remember that the majority of the time, is not spent with you. So, you know what I mean? As I said, we leave our children in the home.
Is with you, that is why I'm saying, when your child is with you, you should make sure there's things in place that you've got in place as a parent, because it's not a child's fault they're putting weight on. It's the parents' fault.
It depends. If there's something, if they have...
No, it's the parents. Hold on. It's the parents sending them to the chicken shop after school. Is it the parents doing that?
Well, I'm sorry. This is why parents...
No, I'm just asking because I see this. I've been to 2 chicken shops here. And after school and lunchtime, them places are rammed. It's like they can't wait to get away from the school food.
Because if I was to say to my daughter, you better not be going to no freaking chicken shop after school. I ain't messing around with you, yeah? Don't be eating that shit.
Yeah.
If your child
or eat it in moderation.
Goes there. Your child could disobey you and go there. That's your child disobeying.
These youths are hungry, you know. I just see them after about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Every child's hungry after school. Every child's hungry after school. That's a known fact.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It minimizes the amount of times you're feeding them. So we can't put the blame fully on the parents and say it's your fault when I'm not the one feeding you majority of the day.
But you're in control of what
facilitating.
Your child.
I'm not giving you your school meals. I might give you your breakfast. Depends if you got breakfast club. You get what I'm saying? And I just have to.
Yeah, but schools now have a duty to provide healthy meals. So that's not even an excuse.
There was a reason though, because they wasn't providing healthy meals before, and even the rabbit food that they're providing for now, these children are reacting to it, saying, "Nah, man, I'm going chicken shop, or I'll eat it, and I'll wait because I'm still hungry for after school, and then buy another food, and then go home, eat some snacks, wait for mum and dad to get home, and then we'll have a proper meal."
Yeah, but then you think about what snacks have you got for your child to eat?
I'm saying, but all of it, you can't just blame it on the parents. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not blaming it solely on the parents, yeah. But like I said, I think it's borderline. It could be. That's why I said borderline, because this is what I always keep saying it. If parents parent their kids, because at the end of the day, if you don't want your child eating that chicken shop shit, your child should understand you ain't going no freaking chicken shop. You ain't coming straight, get your ass home and make yourself a sandwich.
It's not only that, but you can educate your child. Like one of my daughters, she does not like eating fruit and veg. She doesn't like it, yeah. But I encourage her to eat it, and she is slowly getting big and better with it. Right, but I say to her, listen, if you don't eat the right amount of fruit and veg, this is what is going to happen to your body, yeah? And then this could be a consequence of that. And she sits there and thinks about it, and of her own accord, she'll come to me and say, do you know what? I need to have an apple now.
Yeah.
Or I need to have this, or I need to have that.
Like what?
Even if she doesn't eat the whole apple, even if she's only eating a tiny bit, yeah, that's a start.
It's still better than nothing. And you know, like what you said, the kids are in the chicken shops and whatever else. That is just an easy way out. But if you're an on-the-ball parent and you let like when I was growing up after school, I had to be at that house because of the distance of school. No later about 5:15. That's it. Do you understand what I mean? So I got a judge. Do time to go to this chicken shop because I still got to get the bus. Then I got to wait for the other bus. And do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's better you just get your backside home and just open up the cupboards and the thing and eat there. I'm not saying I never used to go chicken shop after school because I had plenty of time to do that. But if you don't want your child eating that crap because you can see your child's putting weight on, you can be telling them, school, no more chicken shop. Or you make sure they don't have enough money to go out to the chicken shop.
Yeah, that's another
Yeah,
thing.
but schools are hustle, man. You know what it is, man. Schools are hustle,
Yeah, of
man. We
course I
could
can.
hustle even back in the day. Oh, lend me 20 pence. Oh, lend me 20 pence. Oh, lend me a pound. Oh, lend me a pound. Oh, you lot going to the shops. Oh, get me this.
Yeah,
Those little roly-poly
course.
youths who can't get out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Who are not allowed out. Facilitate. Yeah, you know, people will facilitate. Like, we can't
Like,
blame
you can
this
hustle in
on
school.
the
You
parents.
can
I
hustle.
say even in the school, we should be identifying it because
Well, my daughter,
you know what I mean. I saw a lot of obese people at school.
she doesn't eat school dinners. She has packed
Sorry?
lunch ever since she's been going to school.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
We
one.
don't have, and there's this actual good thing. I don't know if anyone else's kids are on packed lunch. Not many people know about it. It's like a flask, but it's a bit wider than just like for coffee, and you can put hot food in there.
Yeah.
And you can give them hot food, and it stays hot for 8 to 12 hours. The food.
Well, I used to get that with a normal flask still. Plantain, beans, egg, all squeezed up in there, boy.
There is an alternative that you can give your children. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, there are some children that do get a bit podgy, yeah? And it is their natural way of growing. It is their natural way of growing.
Listen, I know an 8-year-old Orange, right? I'm so sorry. John, you
can't hear nothing. I can just hear music.
Yeah,
who's that?
It's John. What I was gonna say, because look, this is what I'm saying. If you've got an 8-year-old boy and you got to go and get a men's small slim for an 8-year-old, that's freaking outrageous.
But then it depends. You've got to take height into consideration, and you got to
I'm talking about take your height or your arms are long. It's weight. It's because of the size of your belly.
Yeah, but there are, like, for example, I know a certain family member who used to get a bit podgy, yeah, and then all of a sudden he would just shoot up, and then he would slim down, and then he'd get a bit more podgy and slim down and shoot up. That's a bit different. When I mean, like, it's bad. I mean, when your child is like getting to the point where they're obese, or before they're getting obese.
Before, exactly. And look at that scenario that I gave of that 8-year-old. Yeah, he has to wear a men's slim fit shirt at 8 years old because of the size of his belly. Nothing to do with height or like my daughter. I get her like size 14 jackets because of how long her arms are. Nothing to do with weight. Do you understand? It's because she's a tall girl. She's tall and slim. Do you get me? I'm not talking on that aspect. I'm talking if your child is overweight or near the obese section. I'm sure we see them all the time bobbing around, and every time you look at these bigger kids, they're always stuffing their face with something not healthy. And what the fuck is this parent doing? Like, your child's gonna be getting thinged at school. They can't breathe properly, they can't walk properly, they're still in primary school. I think it's really bad, and I do personally think it could be borderline child abuse. Sorry, I do. Yeah.
People out there, don't be overfeeding your kids, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. I hear that, but as I said, there's a lot to be said for the other outstanding factors and parents working late, and you know what I'm saying, once they reach a certain age, it's like it's not school run time. You know what I'm saying? They're going to school by themselves, and so there's a lot. There's a lot of time for mischief in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we all did though. That's what makes me know. It's just that some of us, just like Orange said, I got a different metabolism. I really checked like how I used to eat when I was younger. I should have been obese.
Same man.
But we were more active. Though. So
real talk, still always running up and down, doing some kind of fucking.
Once I play football and too salt, all the salt comes out. You get me? All the toxins and that come out while I'm playing football and that. Yeah, that's gone. Then I can eat more rubbish again. Always burn it up as energy. Yeah, but you're right. You know what I mean? They do try and encourage it, but as I said, the outside circumstances, kids getting dip, and also it's gonna make people scared to send their kids outside. So you know, it's adding to the problem.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're in the house, they're turning obese. Then you're getting blamed as well. Like, rah, should I send them out anorexic to get killed? I mean, what's going on? I don't know. I don't know what I need to do as a parent. It's difficult. You know, if they don't go to school, I can go jail. You get me? For them truanting. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're putting bare rules. Bare stuff that never used to exist. So, you know, and all these terms, they're all new
Well,
as
you
well.
never guess what? If they ask now,
Mm.
if your child's off school ill, they want medical evidence.
Mm.
And I said to the
Yeah,
teacher,
I don't really blame them.
how
still.
could you provide medical? How do you want me to provide medical evidence when I can't even get a prescription for Calpol? Would you think I'm going to pay £10 for a medical letter just to suit your needs? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They don't even prescribe Calpol.
Listen, if my child is off school for more than 7 days, cool, I get a doctor's note. But you see, if it's one little cold and they just need a little 2
that's what they're
days,
saying.
you can kiss my black ass. I ain't gonna lie to you still.
But rules, as I said, the rules, like the sister saying, is they just keep changing them medically. All of these things, it's just getting more stringent, and then we end up blaming each other for things that the system's doing.
Real
you know
talk.
what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Yeah, because they don't even provide Calpol. Can you believe that? Like, think about those parents that are proper struggling. They literally don't even have £1. And
Listen,
you take your kid to school and you can't even get a prescription of Calpol.
Listen, Jedi is a big man, yeah. He went to the doctor and he said my heart was burning. They gave him Gaviscon. You understand? So, boy.
Come on.
Gaviscon.
Yeah,
Wow.
indigestion tablets.
No, I know what that is. I'm just like, they don't do no ECG or...
No.
Jesus Christ.
Gaviscon.
Just dropping down like flies because these NHS people, they don't want to do, you know, they're just always trying to save money. Like, money. That's all the main agenda is saving money for their practice. So at the end of the day,
let me ask you a question. So all right, so you prefer the healthcare system in America or UK?
To be honest with you, yeah, care system in the UK is better than the States. I can't lie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but not by much though, my brother. I can't lie.
Okay.
No, not by much. Like, even
And
if
you
you're
lot pay
a
for it,
British citizen,
Yeah, crazy amount. Yeah.
you know, the UK's got so bad. Like, if you're not a British citizen, you got to pay for the hospital. Like, it's signed up everywhere. Like, you got to show your British passport. If you don't have a British passport to show, you're screwed. You ain't getting no help in the A&E. You have to pay.
Anyway, it seems.
Yo, Go Live a funny ass motherfucker, dog. No. I don't even know why he over here, but he a cool ass Muslim. But his Bansky shit, we said put a picture of Bansky on the fridge. It's funny. You know, Bansky one of the obese motherfuckers. He's one of those genuine trolls, the big fat trolls that stay on the computer.
Yeah.
And then we see, shit.
Boy.
But yeah.
Any more questions, man? Just over here seasoning some chicken and that still.
Oh my God, I thought you know what me.
You are there, you're in. Me say, my problem is chicken and lamb. Is it?
But do you know that's so strange, right? Because for me, I don't know how it's happened, but I just literally, chicken is one of the like last things I would ever turn for. Chicken.
Why is that though?
You know, I don't really. I've just literally, I don't eat meat, but I've just really been put off chicken. Like, I just feel like the chicken that they're serving isn't even chicken. Like, when I used to eat meat, I used to only eat meat from the halal butchers. Like, no messing around. I don't buy no meat from the supermarkets and things like that, right? But even now, can you trust the halal butcher? Like, do you even know, like, what is it? Is it pumps? Is it steroids? Is it water filled?
Yeah, you can trust the halal butcher, man, because he's not trying to eat like the see the meat that they're selling. Then they don't think them then they don't eat their own meat, you know. But
No,
it's
of course
because of
they
the
do. But
process.
what I'm saying is,
Pause.
you really trust it.
Hey,
And
sister,
really
yo,
trust.
Camo in the chat room asking if you eat pork.
Sorry, say that again.
Camo, somebody from the chat room is asking if you eat pork.
No, I don't eat pork. No chance. No,
No
sir.
chicken around here.
No,
No
no,
chanta,
no.
no
Don't get
pork.
me wrong. I was brought up on eating that shit. Yeah, my
I'm about to
family.
say jerk pork. I'm about to say what the fuck going on.
My family we were brought up eating that. There's a thing like a traditional dish called souse. There's some other traditional thing called black pudding.
Fuck that.
But literally, like I stopped eating pork many years ago, and my daughter don't eat it. And then now we don't even eat meat. Like literally, it's just not on in my household. I don't mind if someone wants to, I'm not no Rastafarian like my uncle. You couldn't even bring a BLT sandwich in his house, mate. You're going mad. Yeah.
I can't let you can't bring that to my yard neither.
Can't bring that to my man's crib and eat that. You're crazy.
You better eat that outside, and then when you come here, you better like have some strong tree bar mint
for your mouth and whatnot, because you ain't drinking from his cups and shit. Like he ain't playing them games. Do you understand? Me, on the other hand, now, if my friend wants to eat her bacon sandwich, you go ahead, love. You crack on. You just ain't getting a saucer from my cupboard to eat it off. Like, I ain't about to start cooking no pork for anyone in my house or them, because when I stopped eating pork, I actually went through a mad phase and I threw out every freaking utensil in my kitchen, all the pots, everything. I started from scratch. Like it was something that happened to me. I don't know what. I just threw everything out. So, but I would never deny someone so far eating their little bacon sarnie. That's your business. Just eat it in peace and quiet, But there is one thing of cooking it now, because I feel like your pots are contaminated and.
Well, technically they are, innit?
Well, this is it. So, yeah, I don't eat meat. I'm not into meat anymore. I won't even be eating fish soon much longer. I'll just be a straight vegetarian. And I'm quite, because I believe if you can cook, I've ate some proper, real nice vegetarian meals. You would never ever know, like a vegetable curry. I don't know if everyone ever had a real nice vegetable curry. You don't notice the meat. You don't notice that there's no meat. It's full of flavor. It's full of everything, and it's wholesome and it's delicious.
Yeah. Real spit.
If I I've always said if I ever go on to have more kids, I will. Like my kids will never eat meat. Like they'll never know that experience of meat.
That's a good look still, man. You get me? That's how
my daughter's never even at McDonald's.
Oh, that's dope. That is dope. I can't lie. Still, there's very.
Never had that.
That's a rarity. Still, like, you get me? Like, are you sure she's not like trying to sneak behind your back, like with the bridges?
No, she never had it. Like you could take off. She's been in a McDonald's like with her cousins and things, and she'll be like, "No, I don't like it. Thank you, sorry." She's like, "I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat it. I've never eaten."
What you saying? She won't even have like a what's that?
Nothing.
Thing? Like a sorbet thing or something.
Nothing. Cool. Don't even eat at McDonald's.
Cool.
Nothing. She won't eat nothing from there. And that's by choice. She's just been like that since a child. Now she just would never dare touch it. I've even tried that before. I'm like, "Oh, do you want a burger from McDonald's?" She's looking at me like I've dropped out of Mars. No, because I do. Because do you know what I mean? She is a kid. All the kids want a McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've even had debates with mums where they're like, "I'm a horrible mum. I'm cruel. I'm this. I'm that." Like slating me because I won't give her a McDonald's.
Slating you? But
Yeah,
these times, yeah, like that's funny.
literally
That's funny.
slating me when you're fucking giving your kids, mate. Do you understand? Like they'll be like, "Oh my god, you are spoiling her childhood." I'm like,
But
what?
that's
Like,
that's
but
that's how
your
you know.
child,
That's how you know. That's how you know how much the world has changed. You know what I mean? Because 20 years ago, they wouldn't have been talking that shit to you. You get me?
yeah, I've had even still till now, like after school and that. Oh, we're going up get a McDonald's. I'm like,
Mm.
well, we're gonna get a Subway, so we'll see you another time. Like my daughter does not eat that shit ever. Like even KFC and all of that, it's not happening, man. That's not real food. It is
I'm
not
telling
real
you,
food.
people look at me weird, yeah. You see, when I'm like out with my people, they're like, "Oh, you sure you don't want nothing?" I'm like, "No, I'm not
Nah.
eating it." They're like, "What? Nah, man, you're mad, man. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat that."
Even like after a rave, brother, scripture,
Yeah, fuck that. That's the
and
worst time.
everyone's belly is cutting
That's the
them.
worst time. I'm
Yeah,
telling you
I
that.
hate it. The car's all in the drive-through. I'm like, is this happening to me? Like,
You know what I'm
right now?
saying?
And then when they get the burger and they start unwrapping it, I'm just like, sometimes I heave of the smell. Like, I'm just like,
Listen,
like, please
I've
give
had
me the
people say to
window
me like,
seat.
"You sure you don't want none? You can have a bite, you know." Like, but
Yeah, and then
I
like even do you know when they're like even the chips that I'm saying it's all the same.
yeah, fuck that.
It's all the same oil. It's the same thing. What do you think this is like? Do you understand? It's the same dirty food. It's the
I with
same
these spongy cardboard chips and that. Nothing.
Yeah, I've been slated for the McDonald's thing though.
Nah,
I'm
man,
not
don't watch
gonna
no
lie.
things, man. They don't even know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You're just an alien to them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I am. To a lot of people, I am. When it comes to that food business with my kid as well, and I have to respect her father because like he's never given it to her. Do you know what I mean? Like, and when we stopped eating pork, his family, they're Jamaican and Bayesian. So the Jamaican side, not really on the pork thing, but the Bayesians, which is Barbados, for those.
You know what I'm thinking about? Would I be the same person if I never ate a Big Mac? That's how I'm wondering. Like seriously, would I be that same person if I never ate that?
I hear what you're saying, still. It just sounded
I don't
funny.
know. Yeah. I was trying to make a joke, but no, but seriously, though, man, I don't know, man.
Just though, even when you said my belly just did something weird, I thought,
One somersault in it.
oh my God, like my belly just went a bit mad for 2 seconds. I'm thinking of all things, a Big Mac, Oh mate. I think all those places need to be closed down. Like, it's not good. And I just think about when people eat. Like, for me, because everyone's like, "Oh, how do you live like that? How do you eat like that?" Because you are what you eat. Whoever believes it or not, you are what you eat, and what you eat comes back out on your skin. It comes out back on your pores and that. Do you understand what I mean? The more healthier you eat, the more good you're gonna look. The more better you're gonna feel. Like when I stopped eating pork, oh my God! Like I can honestly say, I felt so different. My insides, even like when I was going toilet, it was different to when I was eating pork. Like I'm not joking. Like your body. Like, and one time, I swear to God, I actually got into a fight with a gal, right? Because she thought she'd play a trick on me, innit? Yeah. And she gave me pork. The minute I bit into it, I knew it wasn't pork. Yeah. I swear to God, I started chewing it. I'm saying, this ain't lamb. This is pork. She's like, no, it's lamb. I'm saying, listen, brethren, it's pork. And she's like, nah. And because she freaking kept lying, I literally just swung for her, innit? Because I knew it was pork. Anyway, I swear to God, it was like a bite. I'm not joking, a bite, yeah. One bite, my belly started doing the mad thing. I needed to use the toilet. One bite. Your body will reject it if it's not used to eating it. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm even scared now to eat meat, because I think, what would my belly start doing? It's
gonna react different if you stop eating meat, even for a week, and the next week you eat it, it's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, I do think would my belly start doing the craziness. Like I've never ate oxtail either.
What? No. Go eat oxtail and come back.
No,
No. End the convo, dog. What shit?
No.
Like, yo, this man. Nah. Way too far, dog. No, man.
I don't business how everybody I know their favorite dish is oxtail.
What? Of course.
If they eat meat, yeah, their
Jesus
favorite
Christ.
fucking dish is oxtail. I'm just looking at them like, you're crazy, mate. I don't eat those type of funny parts of meat and that all that chicken foot shit, pigtail shit. Not really for my.
Yeah, the chicken foot, I don't know about all that. And pigtail and all that.
Listen, some people cook their rice with pigtail in it.
Yeah. Rice and peas, you mean?
Yeah, rice and peas. Yeah, rice and peas.
I ain't
Rice
never
and peas,
heard.
It ain't got no pigtail and rice and peas. It's coconut milk,
No,
and scallion and onions and all that.
No, man.
You're Jamaican, so you wouldn't maybe know.
If you're authentic like grandma and that, she would have used pigtail.
Listen, there's black people out there and they cook their rice and peas with pigtail inside. They do.
Damn, Kimmel a real Rasta. He never ate pork in his life, and he a Jamaican. That's a real Rasta though. Yeah, I grew up in a Rasta family and camp. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah.
I don't know people that eat meat, like eat that stuff. I've never come across a Rasta that eats that shit.
Damn, Kimmel a real Rasta. He never ate pork in his life, and he a Jamaican. That's a real Rasta though. Yeah, I hate my voice, man. Don't do that again.
Scripture boy.
Yeah, my bad still.
Hey, yo, Scripture, hold it, but you
there's not many people talking in the panel.
Yo, you ever heard of?
Sorry, brother. Soul. Did you?
I like that. I like soul better, but soil though.
Soil. Sorry. Did you not see in the comments? Apparently, freaking Mrs. Betty's channel.
The nude picture thing. The nude picture thing.
Oh, I didn't know about no nude picture. Apparently.
Oh, I think that's what you talk about. Oh, the thing she was talking back and forth with Jedi in the chat room.
Wait, because we'll come to that in a minute, because that sounds like some gossip that you got for us there, brother.
Oh, no, I didn't got no gossip. I'm not a chatty patty. I'm just talking about who was in the chat room.
No, because I saw in the comments, she said, apparently, her twerking video's been taken down.
Oh, well.
Struck.
Like, to be honest, they done her a service then, innit?
Jay, done everyone a service.
You know what I mean?
I did think
apparently
that was
she said that it got taken down.
So what? You don't think that was explicit?
I'm really finding it hard to believe all of a sudden that video is just miraculously inappropriate for YouTube.
No, definitely. Definitely.
How long has it been up there for? It's been up there for how long? And now YouTube said it's inappropriate. But what was you saying about the nude? Because I did see that she said she's gonna start doing some nude. Look at brother Maku's face. She said she's gonna start doing some nude photos and stuff.
Yeah, nude.
Yeah, nude.
I gotta go now. Have someone say back in a minute.
So, brother Soil, what can you just enlighten us on that one?
No. When the video ends, just read the chat room comments.
Oh, it's in this comments, is it?
Yeah, but it was much later though. Yeah, so it was.
Yeah,
it was early in the video. Yeah. So when the video ends, just go back and read the chat room comments.
God, you're playing, keeping yourself on the fence there, brother Soil.
No. What you mean? Okay, come on. I don't think it's for my. It's for me to do that. But I don't know if she was playing. I don't know if she was serious. All I know, it looked like the channel shut down and certain things were said. That's it. So I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes. You understand?
No, no, definitely. I just heard that. I saw that in the comments. I just wanted to know if anyone else bloody saw that the channel shut down and all of this crap. Maybe you've just deleted it. Oh, what is that?
So hold on. Finest one. So what's your opinion on women stripping and dancing erotically?
What, at home?
Anywhere. Do you believe is acceptable in your world or no?
Well, God, mate. That's why I said where, because me personally, if you're doing that type of activities and you're carrying on in that type of way, I think that's a personal thing that should be behind closed doors for your partner at the time. Or, you're just having a little fun at home, messing around, you got your music on, you're shaking your ass, or whatever the freaking hell women do. Cool, like, why not? Who gives a shit? Do you know, excuse my language, like I personally feel like why not? But when you start talking about getting on like social media platforms or going out, that's what I mean. Like if you're working as a stripper, like I personally don't agree with it. I personally feel like that women shouldn't really be looking. That's not the angle where they should be going down to make their money. But everyone's got to pay their bills, and a lot of women in this day and age, I swear to you, a lot of girls are escorts, a lot of girls are babe station girls, a lot of women are stripping, and I'm talking about these are women that have very good day jobs. They're like might be a midwife in the daytime or a senior administrator in the daytime, and at nighttime they be still making their money, and that's the way they choose to make it because as we all know, sex sells. Do you understand? A woman showing her breast, her ass, her pussy, it sells. It makes good money. Like I ain't like the freaking no Beyonce, but I'm sure if I was to fucking start doing that line of business, I'd have fucking money for a mortgage. Like I know a girl that started doing
I just gotta say, you sound better looking to Beyonce though. I just gotta tell you that.
Oh, thanks, because my voice is wrecked at the moment because I've got this
Mm.
cold that I can't shake off. So thank you. I know a woman, right? She had a decent day job. She used to work for a debt recovery company for people that don't pay their mortgages, earning decent money up there, working there for years. Then she started in the evening getting online, yeah, and like talking to men online, yeah, for money. Anyway, it became so lucrative. She quit her day job. She's now got a mortgage. She now is actually in the process of us getting another second house. And this is off sitting on her ass at home in a freaking bra and knickers, chatting shit online to men.
No, let me tell you something. There's just something called Patreon, right? There's this girl. She makes over like $5 million a year just by showing little perverts online. You know, little cleavage, her bra,
Yeah, and that's
panties,
the
and they're
girl I'm
paying
talking.
every month. It's like a Netflix membership they pay just to look at her.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so,
the girl.
and it's mind blowing.
Right.
Like she makes more than lawyers working 100 years.
The girl I'm
It's
talking about.
crazy.
The
Yeah.
girl I'm talking about, it's the same thing. She's not really, it's not like all the time she's like got a part of her body out. Most of the time she is actually just talking to these guys.
Yeah, they
But then
perverts,
they
man.
might want to see, one of them might be like, oh, turn around and slap your bum or something stupid. well, fucking too right, love. If you got the courage and you can you can get yourself doing that. Because I'm telling you now, online live, I don't give a shit. I've sat there before and I've thought about it and I've said to myself, like, rah, I wish sometimes I had that confidence to be like these other girls, because they are raking it in. Like, it ain't no joke out here. These girls have got more peas than drug dealers. Like, and all they're doing is sitting at home. Like right now, instead of me being on the Hangouts, I could be on this bloody place and I could be getting it in. Like, it's so crazy. There's just such a thin line of what do you class as acceptable and not acceptable. So that's why, with your question, for me personally, the type of woman I am, at home with your partner or on your own in the mirror, as they say, or whatever, in the shower, cool, go for it. It's in the privacy of your own comfortability. But when you're doing it other places and on live platforms, I just personally find that it's just a bit. I ask women, why are you doing that? What are you getting from that? Why you feel the need to do that? Because it must be doing something for you to have to get a lingerie set on and decide to start parading yourself online. And especially if you ain't making no money from it. If you're doing it for free of charge, that's one thing I can't, it's beyond belief. Like, I just don't get it. You're just prancing around free of charge, showing your body free of charge. I think it's hilarious. Like, honestly, I think any woman that's getting into that line of business, you better get your bags, as those Americans say, mate. You better get your money up and you better get paid for that shit. Do you get me? But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not something I just don't have the confidence to do it. Like, I would never be able to parade myself around. Like, I can just about parade
You know I like butterflies, right?
Yeah, me too. Butterflies are my favorite.
No, I'm trolling right now. No, Patience now. No, Patience told me to ask that question. Now, and I wanted to see your response, but now I'm really curious. Why do you like butterflies, though?
No one's ever asked me that before. I love butterflies since I've been a child. I just find them so interesting, how they come from a caterpillar and they just evolve into such a beautiful creature, like, and they just flap about and they don't bother people. They're just getting on and they look so beautiful. That's why I think I'm so drawn in since I've been a child, even now as an adult. I love butterflies. I used to try to like, me and my daughter, catch them in the garden and stuff in the summertime. We go to butterfly gardens and I just think they're so beautiful, and it's quite interesting and fascinating for me how they form from a caterpillar into a butterfly.
Well, yeah, I love that aspect too. Yeah, I actually wanted to start develop my own seed mix or plant mix to have my own butterfly gardens.
Really?
Yeah. There's certain
That's
plants
so
that
cool.
yeah, yeah. U.S. Department of Agriculture pretty much gave out certain shit like that to attract different butterflies. So I kind of got attached to it because in agriculture, people really don't know butterflies are one of the most important pollinators that we have in the world, other than honeybees.
Honeybees,
So
yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah. For example, you can have a garden full of tomatoes and you're wondering why they're not shedding fruit. It could be the heat, it could be the wind, it could be the water, but most of the time it's just because of lack of pollination. And this happens literally from butterflies, little insects, or bees. So
Yeah.
and you get that part about butterflies, but then you get the beauty of them, like you saying about the colors.
Yeah,
And
they're
trust me,
so beautiful.
there's a lot of them, man. A lot of different kind of butterflies in this world. But and it's so delicate too when you realize.
Yeah, they're so, like, literally delicate, as you
Yeah,
said. That is literally the right word to use. They're so
yeah,
delicate.
yeah. Cause I believe even if you touch the wings, they can't fly anymore or something like
Fly
that.
anymore,
Yeah,
anything. Yeah,
so
you
it's
got to be so careful with them.
yeah.
Because I'm not really like I can't say that I like any really other type of. I'm not really an animal insect person, if so say. Um, I'm not really into, I like dogs, but mostly like if it's my dog. Do you know, I can walk past the dog and be like, oh my God, that's a beautiful dog, the coat, blah, blah. But I'm not about to start touching this person's dog or acknowledging it in any type of way, shape, or form at all. Like, I'm not really into like creatures and animals as such. I do like I love rabbits as well. I like the kind of not what's the word? The not that like I said, rabbits. Not many people have rabbits. Do you understand what I mean? That rabbits are more wild animals, if you get me so to say. So I'm not. Yeah, I just like rabbits, fishes, and butterflies, and dogs.
Yeah, you like soft animals, pretty
I
much.
do, because I'm like a little softie, aren't I? Really?
That means you're actually hard at heart. People like the opposites. This is something the subconscious mind does. It's safe if you think you're a softie, you really are not. It's like a defense mechanism sometimes. So yeah,
Oh, good. I'm not a softie till someone pisses me off.
yeah. There we go. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I actually believe in the astrology, the signs. Some people say it's bullshit, but I see a lot of truth in it. Like, say, for example, like a Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, or whatever
Mm,
you are. It's things like that. So, like, for example, you could tell me you're a softie, but if I were to get your sign, maybe it'd
I'm a
probably tell me something different.
Capricorn.
Oh, yes, yeah, I don't really know what Capricorn is too much, but yeah,
But
but
do you believe with astrology, there's two signs? There's two types of Capricorns. There's two types of every sign. Do you believe that?
there are two sides to every sign.
No, two types. So there's two types of Capricorns.
Yeah. 'Cause I think it's based on like the time of day, the if you're at the
Yeah.
beginning of the period, the end
Mm-mm.
of the period. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a Virgo, for example. I'm a Virgo, but
Oh
I
God, my
fall.
daughter's a Virgo. Bloody hell.
Yeah, so I'm over. I think a lot. I'm critical.
You're
I like.
deep
Yeah, I'm
thinker.
deep,
I'll
deep.
tell you about Virgos and you tell me if I'm right. So
I
you're a
go,
very
go,
deep
go.
thinker.
Yeah,
You don't ever forget. You never freaking
never
forget.
forget
You
nothing. Yeah,
never forget. Oh
nothing,
my God.
nothing, nothing.
Nothing. Like 10 years ago, someone could have called you
Exactly.
a effing
Yeah.
bastard. You still remember it till now. Like, and you're still holding on, not personally you, but Virgos, they hold on, like they really hold on to things, like, and they're quite sensitive as well. I find Virgos are really like sensitive people. And I find with Virgo men, their sensitivity will come out in terms of like like when they don't, for instance, like a Virgo don't get its own way or things ain't going its way, it's like they're throwing their toys out the pram almost.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Come back.
Sorry.
No, I just said I came back.
Oh,
Virgo, what?
Oh, so Virgos
Virgo,
are
what?
very, very sensitive.
Hold up, Michael, you a Virgo?
No, hell no.
Oh shit, he's saying hell no. Okay.
I'm a bad
Yeah,
man,
so
so
they're very sensitive. They hold on to things, Virgos as well. Virgos are quite intelligent, actually, as well. They're intelligent people, Virgos. And they're deep thinkers. Would you say that you're a deep thinker?
Yeah. I agree. I agree with everything you said, but the only part I disagree was if I don't get my way, I don't do that actually. To me, I'm almost when I don't get my
But
way, I
you're
should be throwing
stubborn
my
then
shit
when you
down.
don't
That's
get
my
your
problem, huh?
Do you go stubborn? Because I find it's either they're throwing their toys out the
Yeah.
pram.
Oh yeah. People say I'm stubborn. Once I get my mind made up, it's like I
Yes,
could tune you out.
stubborn as
Trust me, very
hell.
easily. Yeah,
Oh
very easily.
God.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on actually. That's why I like this live chats. I got to listen to different people because I always feel like I'm critically analyzing somebody. So it's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh no, I know Virgos very well. My daughter's father's one, and my daughter's one.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't escape Virgos, mate.
Damn, I guess.
Permanently living with one. I used to live with two, now I live with one. But Virgos are cool people, though. I'm not gonna lie, they are nice, like, people. The ones I've come across, anyway.
One thing I learned about Virgos, because one of my friends is a Virgo, and we're the same person. Big up Chino. Like, we're the same person, around the same birthdays, and we've been like this since middle school, and we're still close as hell right now. Like, anything he's going through, I'm probably going through the same shit. It's kind of weird. Same things we're thinking about, we kind of on the same path. But one thing I learned, Virgos, these motherfuckers are loyal.
Yes, oh my God.
They're going to die for you. That's one thing.
Creative
And
as well.
Yeah. But I just
Virgos
love...
are creative people.
Mm.
Would you say you're quite creative? Are you, like, interested in, like... Because I can't pinpoint it, because everyone's got a different thing, but...
I would say I'm very creative, because I try to figure out how to do everything myself and then express my own will towards it. So
like
it's like
she's so into her arts and crafts and making things. Like, literally, she's asking for my kitchen stuff in my kitchen constantly. Then she comes back with this big creation, and you're just like, how the hell did you come up with that? Like, and my godson's a Virgo as well, and he's a boy and my daughter's a girl, and he's younger than her, and they're exactly the same. They're sensitive, he's so creative as well. He always wants to make things, and he always wants to be sticking, and Virgos. I think Virgos are cool. They're cool people.
Yeah, but the problem with the Virgos, though, you would get stuck in your head sometimes. You think so fucking deep and so hard or so creative.
Yeah, you can't change
you'll tune out the world almost sometimes. It's like nobody could get through to you sometimes. You're just stuck in your brain.
Oh my God.
So that's the problem, really.
Definitely 100 trillion billion %. And I go through that with my daughter's father. Like, once he's made his freaking mind up, you just think, mate, nigga, get out of here. Like, where you going with this shit? Like, where did you get this from? And he believes it. He believes what he's saying. And I'm just looking at this man thinking, are you for real? Like, what the hell is this? I just end up saying, okay, yeah, that's what you think, whatever you say, innit?
No, that's what happens with the females around me. That's exactly how it goes. Is I don't know how to explain. You're saying the same shit, but Yasmin Flame, come on the panel. You don't believe in astrology. I'm kind of on the fence, but when I see this work in real life and see a friend that I got have the same problems as me, same benefits, same like positive and negative traits of being a Virgo.
He does believe in astrology.
No, he said no. He said everything described could be put into anyone, meaning he doesn't. And he did the facepalm emoji, meaning he don't believe in it.
Nah, astrology is definitely real.
We'll tell him that watching the moon for Ramadan might be close.
And the crazy thing is, look at, like, I remember when they broke down Maku's name. Like, so some of these things, like, you know what I'm saying, is even when we went on Michael the Angel and all this, some stuff has to be linked up with the universe. Like, people can't have these names, these traits for no reason. Like, to me, it can't be all random.
Yeah.
So I don't even know, because my name, I aligned it with what I feel like is my destiny or whatever. I think other people could do it very easily if they really research the origin of these words and names.
Sorry to bother you, brother Soil, but this guy, like Simon, you keep bloody saying the same thing. I saw you said it earlier, Mr. Simon, that's saying astrology ain't real. You keep saying, I need to scroll back. I want to see a picture of Finest Wine. You're talking yourself up like you're Spice. I need to see the evidence if you're as fine as you're portraying. Excuse me, Mr. Simon. First and foremost, I ain't portraying myself as no Spice or nobody else or no hangouts. Yeah. So I don't know where you've got that from. I won't be ever just going to put a picture up or going on live just to satisfy you. as well. That's not gonna ever happen.
Yeah,
but
sorry, sis. And please don't mix me. Like, I don't like them things.
I was just coming back to
Yeah.
mention that. I just don't like the
Don't
fact
put my name
that
behind.
you're coming on here and you're saying that I'm acting like somebody else, because I don't know where you would ever get that from and how you came to that conclusion. I'd love you to come on the live panel and then explain yourself, because I don't know what anybody else that's on the panel could say about me or anyone in the comments. I just be me, and I've been this way since I started coming on Hangouts. So that conclusion that I'm portraying myself or acting like somebody else, I'd love to hear how you came to that conclusion. You did when you was roasting. Better stop lying. I did what when I was roasting? I weren't roasting anyone. I was simply telling Betty a few home truths about herself. It wasn't a roasting. It was facts. And it was my opinion too. So I'm not sure if you're calling that a roasting.
I think.
Sorry, guys, to just do that, but I ain't gonna have someone saying I'm trying to act like somebody else, because that definitely ain't ever the case ever.
And don't be calling out other people and trying to mix people. Like, get me? She's not trying to be like no, she's whoever she is. And please don't do comparisons with me, because that's a problem, bro. Forget me.
Let me get the chili peppers ready, boy.
No one coming. No, he's cool, but obviously, I'm just saying, innit, because I don't want no one to feel no type of way or get me or feel like they can come. You know what I mean? Don't, just say that she's, wherever you feel, just say she's been a certain way. Don't.
Yeah, you can't say that I'm trying to be like somebody else.
Attach my name to that, because that's a lot, man. Just allow it, man.
You really can't say that. And maybe you haven't been on a lot of Hangouts that I've been on to actually hear me speaking about different things and different topics, and to really try to hear me as a person, because I don't know how you would. Does anybody else think that I act like I'm somebody else and not myself? Like, I'm not sure.
No, I think some of them are just trolling. You know, they want to see a reaction. Yeah, I think everybody on this panel kind of unique. Everybody got their own flavor, so
yeah, like.
cool.
But yeah, anyway, back to what we were talking about, because that was just a load of nonsense. But I just had to address that because I did see it earlier, but I just thought, oh, well, I'm not going to stop the conversation just to address this guy. Like, who cares if that's his opinion, whatever. Like, but you've actually gone out of your way to write the exact same thing. You're losing your mind, mate. You know, I can let things slide and charge them to the game, but obviously you're quite persistent in that view, so I'll just have to address you on that. But yeah. So yeah, back to the astrology thing. I do think Virgos too, they're quite down to earth people. Do you say that's a fair thing about yourself? Do you think you're quite down to earth?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, 'cause I'm not into the whole materialism and all that shit. I got like a farmer's heart, so at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna get dirty every day. So it's like, to me, that fancy materialism, I like it. Don't get me wrong, shit. Everybody like, you know what I'm saying, stunting a little bit, but I like the down to earth part. You say, as in, getting the material clothing and all that really doesn't matter to me, but. Yeah. If that's what down to earth means, or you're more practical, I don't really. Sometimes I don't know what down to earth means. Sometimes to different women and all that.
What is everybody's like? The people that are into astrology, do they try to find their partner that they say matches? Like, do people do that or not? Not really.
I would say I'm gonna start doing that because my cousin got me into this. Because he started doing this, and like like first he started just picking out people or different girls he talked to. He matched up their sign. I don't know if this is subconsciously, but the ones that didn't match up with his sign always never worked out. But the ones, and he showed me this, that lined up with his sign Pisces, he was the problem in the relationship. It wasn't the girl. You know what I'm trying to say? So I kind of agree with it almost, but I'm still up to debate if Yasin Flame could come on the panel and show me some real evidence about it. I'll change my opinion, but until then, yeah, I will match up the woman who I want to spend my life with sign to mine. Makes sense.
Yeah, I can't say I personally go out of my way to do that. If like me, if I meet you and we just kick it and we get a connection, it is what it is. Like I'm not gonna start going back home and like reading up your star sign and asking you what date you was born. And like I've got a close friend of mine that does that. Like she's so into this astrology and all of this like spiritual stuff, and literally even when I meet a guy, she starts asking me when's his birthday, when's his this, and she'll start doing it on her own in the comfort of her own home about me and this other bloke. And I just believe in things like relationships and meeting people should just be natural. Whether the astrology says your sign goes together or not, I would love to hear if there's anybody that has been with somebody that is meant to be the opposite to what they're meant to be with and how their relationship was. But I do believe that it should just be a natural thing. If you meet someone and you kick it and you get a connection, you just go with the flow and just see how things go. Starting to get all technical with astrology is just, I think, me personally anyway, it's just a bit much.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's almost religious, but to me, it's like what I really noticed. Most girls, just like men, put on the front when you first have that date with them. You know what I'm saying? It takes a while for them to really let down their guard and the true self come out. So
Same as
the
a woman,
astrology,
even
that's
though
what I said, as I said, men and women both. So I'm saying the astrology helps peel back the veil, of the inner self a little bit to me. I'm not saying they're always going to line up like it. That'd be far fetched, but you could pierce the veil of secrecy that they're hiding in. If you could, as you believe, as I do, the signs have some validity to them in real life. Because I think all people lie on the first date, the first impressions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Michael, you use astrology or anything like that, or a different system that the white people use, or anything like that? Yeah, well, he's out of there. Any questions in the chat room? I don't think Maku.
Well, I have dated Aries, which is supposed to be compatible to Sagittarius, and obviously he was cool, but I've never been with an actual Sagittarius. So when people ask me about Sagittarius men, I can't really speak on that because I've never ever been with a Sagittarius man. Well, one of them, but he was cool. But do you believe in astrology, Maku?
Huh?
Do you believe in astrology?
No, I said who's the Sagittarius?
Who's the Sagittarius? I am.
Okay, you're Sagittarius. Like my sister or something. Yeah. And Virgin of mine still. But yeah, a lot of my virgins are Taurians and Gemini.